From the 1960s, them just a cheat us. Very long time. I die freedom, but less this life is over. IPOB, we are the freedom fighters. IPOB, we are the freedom fighters. IPOB, white and then white. IPOB, white and then snow. Yezokuba wala soloku is pure. Okusa mebi la soloku buteloku.
This is the remix.
Yo,
Is the brain so?
Mr. Pro, we're doing it.
Every day keep on praying to God for protection.
Yeah,
The things that is happening around us. Yeah, our brothers we miss you all. Our sisters we miss you all. Our mothers, our fathers, our children, we miss you all. Chukuki kabya mwino kwa ginaka.
Japania,
Chukuki kabya mwino kwa ginaka.
Japania.
Rest in peace to our father and mother.
Yeah,
Rest in peace to our brothers and sisters. Rest in peace to our children. To be together.
the death of our people can never be in vain. Every day and night we feeling the pain. It's unfortunate that we cannot see you again, but we promise you that the pressure gone is here.
Kabya mwino kwa ginaka.
Japania,
Mwino kwa ginaka.
Japania.
Rest in peace to our father and mother.
Yeah,
Rest in peace to our brothers and sisters.
no.
Rest in peace to our children. To be together. Says my eyes. Yeah, our Biafra heroes we miss you all.
Over 3.5 million dead, and they say that's not enough. The vampires are still here, sucking our blood. Father, give them guts and water instead of our blood. I said, give them acid water. Many think and die.
Rest in peace to our father and mother. Rest in peace to our brothers and sisters. Rest in peace to our children. To be together. Oh yeah. We miss you all. We miss you all. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our Biafra people, on your bona Karobi.
Is a friend.
Boy, yeah man. Gomez transition. I trust my God. IPOB, we are the freedom fighters. IPOB, white and then white. IPOB, white and then snow. Yezokuba wala soloku is pure. Okusa mebi la soloku buteloku. Them can't they kill us because we are agitating for our freedom. Them just they kill us because we are agitating for our freedom. IPOB, United is over. Is over. Omochikoki Kabyama, United is over. Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, united is over. It's over. Our leader, I must follow you to the end. A good leader us with you the example. Shooty for our life.
They are villageless. They've always roamed about in the bushes and so on and so forth.
So let's give them citizenship of states.
Yeah, but the way they grew, the way they emerged, in fact, giving them a state is anathema to what they consider to be their culture. They grew up with animals.
Culture is not constant.
I know that is the majority of them have resisted change
because we're not giving them education.
No, there were some of them who were educated, who had opportunities in the countries where they were, but they deliberately, those who emerged and they were educated, preferred having their majority still being underdogs so that they could continue to exploit them and use their state, the state of their being, to take advantage of the larger communities which those who have now escaped from these bushes are now settled. I'll tell you what they're doing. I've just cited the case of Jubril Aminu. And Aminu Kanu, a Hausa man, fought this something to ground. He was, Aminu Kanu, God bless his soul, or said, look, let us rehabilitate these Fulanis. Let's give them a space. Let them be somewhere. But the thing is that those of them that emerged, like Sadaruno, like even Danfodio, not only will they not want to allow the larger communities among themselves to settle down, they would rather just be a minority when they conquer a place, make themselves the emir of the place, and allow their own members to still be roaming the forest. Because they were, those who didn't escape this forest life, they were brought up with cows. They think like cows. They, like somebody observed, they lived in the jungle with snakes, with cobras. So their thinking has never gone beyond that animal level. So when you see them carrying guns, when you see them raping and killing people, that is their mentality, that is the level of their reasoning, that's the level of their development, of their civilization.
But Chief, if this persists,
yes,
in a state where we have intelligentsia,
yes,
is it not failure on our part not to have come up with countermeasures to rehabilitate their minds and use their energy for development?
We ought to. We should have. That was why Awolowo wanted to be president of the whole of the country, so I could spread the kind of civilization he brought to the western region, which Zik also brought to the eastern region,
which Ahmadu Bello tried to bring to the northern region.
Which Ahmadu Bello tried to bring to the northern region. But they resisted. Ahmadu Bello tried, but Ahmadu Bello still preferred the Fulani dictating the pace everywhere, even in the north, which was not the case in the south. When Awolowo brought Western education to the west, it did not discriminate between the Yoruba or the Edo or the Ijaw in western region. Azikwe or Okpara did not discriminate between the Igbo or the Kalabari or the Efik or the Anang or the Ijaw in the eastern region at that time. Unlike the case of Ahmadu Bello, what he did was to ensure that he created fiefdoms. He created fiefdoms and made sure that the owners of such nationalities were brought under. And so they could not influence the global picture, even of the northern region, which ought to have been.
Even the colonialists could not influence the social structures of the north.
Because they didn't, exactly, now you are talking, they did not allow it.
Or the colonialists allowed it.
No, because to their own advantage. Because the colonialists realized that they could not take an Igbo man for granted. They could not take a Yoruba for granted. They could not take an Ijaw man for granted. But they found that these people who were more interested, the Fulani were more interested in just preserving their own status quo and allowing the rest of the North to be underdogs, which suited their own philosophy, and which also allowed the British to do their ruling by indirect rule for them,
So it paid both of them to be what they were, to remain as they were. And that's why they've remained stagnant. It's not a question of why didn't we create a template to uplift them or to take them out of the woods. It was because, one, they say it is their culture. Two, it pays their leadership, the few that had escaped from the bushes, to subjugate the rest of their people.
Is religion a problem here?
The average Fulani person is not a religious animal. We have so many friends among them. They drink, they fornicate, they do all the things that all human beings do. So it's not a question of religion. There's no question of anybody being truly a Muslim there. You know, even I knew a chief judge who was supposed to be leading Muslim prayers, who anytime he came to me in my official residence, he would put brandy or whiskey in a mug and be drinking, and they will smoke and all that. So I don't think it's religion. When they started this Sharia, how many of them are obeying the Sharia? How many of them? No, not none of their leaders. So it's not religion per se, but they use religion to deceive people and say Hausas were not Muslims at all. So they say, well, let's give you a superior religion, we'll give you Islam. But that didn't apply to the South, because we've had Muslims in Yoruba land even before 14th century.
So truly what we are fighting against, or what is going on, is clash of culture.
And civilizations.
And civilizations.
That's right.
Not really the Fulani versus the Igbo, or the Fulani versus the Yoruba.
No.
It's clash of civilizations.
Yes, clash of civilizations and clash of cultures. Yes, you're right.
That means we have not really integrated as a people.
Never. We have never been.
So the word the Nigerian people is a fallacy. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Because, again, in those days, you will say there have always been Igbo markets, Hausa markets in Enugu. There have always been Sabos in Shagamu. But those Sabos were occupied by Hausas. Hausas are peaceful people. We traded in Kola North. We did even the few Fulanis that came with them at that time, when you had a Sabo in Shagamu or in Ibadan here, they would still look for one Fulani man and make him their Seriki.
How did the Hausa accept
they were subdued. They were subdued.
Despite their large numbers.
Yes, they were subdued. Of course, they killed, they ruined, they extirpated their 7 kingdoms. They killed their 7 rulers and took over under the guise of religion. Another thing they used the word corruption. Oh, your people are corrupt. We are sent. Your people are corrupt. They've always used the word corruption to deceive people.
But the jihad is over. How come the Hausa man is yet to claim that Hausaness again?
It's just now that the efforts we are making in the South have begun to yield fruits. You will be surprised to hear that now in Hausa land, we now have Hausa Christians. Never had that before. Never. You now have Middle Belt Forum that are saying we are not Northerners, we are Middle Belters. We are not Northerners. Don't call us Northerners. Now when you see a Jukum man or you see a Lantan man and you say you are Hausa or you are Fulani, he will be angry. He may even draw his dagger. Don't call me Fulani. I'm not Fulani. I'm not Hausa. What we did not know until recently is that when you call a Fulani man Hausa, he will be angry. He will say Banzani. Because he knows that I'm superior to Hausa. Can you say I'm Hausa? But before Buhari came to establish his suzerainty over Nigeria, we lumped all of them together. We're Northerners. And like I wrote some 4 years ago, there's no North. There's no North that we used to know. The North is dead. There's nothing called North anymore.
So there's a Fulani now standing on his own.
It's standing on his own. There's no more North. If they try any war today, oh God of mercy. The kind of cohesion you had in the army, in the military in 1966, will never happen again in this country, if there is a country at all. You will not find a Hausa soldier now, an Igbo soldier going to Enugu to kill a fellow Igbo. You will not even find an Igbo soldier coming to Ibadan to kill a Yoruba man, or a Yoruba soldier going to Enugu to kill an Igbo man. It will not happen again. So the Lantan people, the Benue people will never ever allow themselves to be used by any Fulani mischief maker.
So if I'm getting you right, your argument is that the Fulani hegemony has been broken.
Dead.
If the Fulani hegemony has been broken,
Yes.
does it mean that the social structure of Nigeria is about to witness a very hard hit that will lead to a new Nigeria?
Yes, for those who I agree with you to the extent of the fact that there are still some people who want a Nigeria, a group that I don't belong to. But for such people, yes, with the weakening of Fulani hegemony, there could be a Nigeria that will integrate the Soba Fulanis, the town Fulanis, and still reconstruct, rebuild, and then have a Nigeria that should be. But I, as a person, as Tola Deni, believe that it will take probably 1,000 years to change the mindset of a Fulani person, whose philosophy is kill, maim, rape, send away people from their land and let me occupy it.
That is the Bush Fulani.
It is the Bush Fulani.
Not the town Fulani.
Not the town Fulani.
And the town Fulani is more in number.
No! The town Fulani is less than 1%.
How did you get that figure?
Oh, go and find out. Let them allow a sense. Who are the town Fulani? They're very few. The ones who have in Abuja. Or the few that dot spaces in Sokoto. I'm sure that you know that Sokoto, as we speak, is not a Fulani town.
Is it not?
No, that's a mistake we make. Zamfara is not a Fulani town. There are more houses in Zamfara than Fulani. There are more houses in Kano than Fulani.
But the Fulani govern.
They are a town. They are in charge.
Yes, so it's their town.
Yes. By subterfuge, by cunning, by crookedness, by all sorts of gimmickry.
Or by integration.
Not integration, by intimidation. And I said they are politically savvy. What they did to the rest of Nigeria, when they realized that the Fulani in the military, they could no longer use the military to retain power indefinitely. Since they've had power, they had access to the treasury, they say, oh yes, Edmond is from the east or wherever, brilliant man. He may likely oppose us and contest with us and rival us. Let's make him an ambassador. Let's give him an oil block. Let's make him a billionaire. We padlock his mouth. Let's get an Abiola. Make him a billionaire. Let's get this. Let's get that. And make them big. They will never be able to look us in the face. Then we can continue. Looting the treasury, we can continue. And once when we are in control of the treasury, we are in control of everywhere. So we can hire thugs. We can do whatever we would like. And that is why they introduced what I call plutocracy into Nigerian political etymology. Plutocracy.
Meaning?
Plutocracy is the government of the rich.
Yeah.
Oligarchy is the government of the muscle men. So the rich man will employ the muscle men and they will be ruling. So you have the rich men who will employ thugs in Lagos, who will snatch boxes, who will prevent Igbos from voting, and then they will now have the government. That's why they have the plutocracy. But the plutocrats will still be ruling, and the oligarchs will still be their foot soldiers.
You know, you've always talked about how savvy the Fulani man is in politics.
Oh yes.
But you also have savvy politicians in the South.
They never had power.
They are beginning to have power.
Oh yes, now.
So they've learned.
The power they have is still a few of them that, I mean, you can count those who have power on your fingertips.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Nnamdi from Olo province of Biafra land. We are here today live and direct, and today is the 7th day of August in the year of our Lord 2021. Remember, on Monday is going to be Ghost Town activated on Monday in Biafra land. Therefore, we enjoin each and every one of you to tell your siblings that this is part of the sacrifice. You know, according to science, human being can stay up to 40 days without eating. 40 days, morning and night. And it is after that 40 days that a human being can die. Now, what about one day? One day, even if you don't eat for 24 hours, it will never kill you. It is impossible. Therefore, when you are saying, oh, give us order, oh, do this, do that, we are the leadership of this struggle, IPOB, has come up with an order or a solution that will hurt the economics of Nigeria. Therefore, if you are found outside on Monday, you know that you are part of the problem. You are a saboteur, and the ghosts will treat you as such. Even the Nigerian military will kill you, because that is what they are looking for. Any slightest opportunity, any slightest excuse to kill. That is what they are. Therefore, once you are inside your house with your Ofo Kazi, you enjoy yourself that day. Pray for our leader. That is the little you can do. That is it. As I said before, I am here right away with a cross section of the Directorate of States. They will talk to Biafrans today. Today is the 7th day of August, please, 2021. They are going to talk and interact with Biafrans, and as I promised, after their submission, I'm going to open the lines and I will tell you the numbers to call as usual. Please, without wasting much time, please, I will go direct to the Directorate of States. But before that, please, we shall play our Biafran national anthem.
Now we win is over. Either Biafra or less this life is over. That's what we say. Either freedom or less this life is over. Land of the rising sun. Rise up against our enemies. Oluwa Bombo, Babado, we have endured too much. Ancient of the ancient, Elohim, we have endured too much. Because if you see that blood with that cliff our land, it's irritated to my heart. Baba God to see that children, God with that kilo. No, they happy for the cheat. British government, you. When they see, when they keep quiet. America government, you. When they see, when they keep quiet. United Nations, no. When they see them, when they keep quiet. Okoko governors for our land, when they keep quiet. Allah mind you, kill and work brothers. Keep it quiet, Papa.
Therefore, I will hand over the mic to the Directorate of State, the leadership of this struggle. Mazi, please welcome to the program and over to you. Thank you very much. Mazi, can you hear me? Over to you, please.
Yeah, you can you hear me too?
Yes. I'm sorry, it's the volume.
All right.
Go on.
Thank you so much once again for this very wonderful opportunity we have made available and possible by Chukwu Okike Abiam. You have been doing fantastically very, very well. We thank you so much and we say keep on keeping on. Biafrans and friends of Biafrans and enemies of Biafrans, of course, good evening from my very place of abode. I am Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And by the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiam, I do represent the great people of Biafra as a common servant of the people in the capacity of the Deputy Head of Directorate of State. May I go on to say great thanks to Chukwuka Abiyama, for we have come through waves, high waves, tsunami. We have come through different uncomfortable conditions, of course, because this is a struggle. And all the time, Chukwuka Abiyama have seen us through. And therefore, we give him all the glory, we give him all the honor and all the praises at this very point in time. We must not continue without thanking God for the life of our leader. He remains our leader because he descended from heaven. Whether our enemies like it or not, that is just the way it is. The very illegal kidnapping and illegal incarceration of our leader continue to exacerbate, I would say, the anger in all Biafrans of all walks of life. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a man who descended from heaven himself to speak for Biafrans, and in fact a backwatcher in the absence of political leadership from the so-called Southeast political elites, and in the absence of protection and that of lives and properties, exactly what these politicians were supposed to be doing, and they are not doing it. Our people are languishing, our people are suffering, our people are seeing hell while they are alive on earth. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what's more than all our enemies put together, because he, like I said, was sent by heaven and to deliver his people. Today, we, the people of the indigenous people of Biafra, continue to demand for his quick and unconditional release and from all the shackles that holds him right now as we speak. Biafrans from all walks of life are angry. We are angry, and rightfully so, that these governors who have been managed into their positions by the Fulani hegemony have seen their opportunities, they have seen the positions they have as their own very enterprise. They are no longer concentrating on serving the people for which normally they should have been exercising, but meanwhile not doing so because, of course, all of them are made in Abuja governors. And we say, how can you be doing this and call yourself governors? Millions of Biafrans, in total of about 80 million, are watching from home and abroad. I said they are not happy. Anybody that doubts me should go and conduct some questioning, should go and conduct some statistical evidence and find out that our people are really very, very, very angry to a degree that we have never seen before. And therefore, we are all not happy with the situation of today, because you have even worsened the situation that already find ourselves to an extent of incarcerating our leader and kidnapping him. That, I said, has worsened the situation, and there is nothing that can appease us. We need no appeasement from nobody, from no quarter at this juncture. The only thing you can do, if you can call it appeasement, is to release our leader, hale and heady, and completely unconditional. We know the killings of our people since 1945 has not abated. The very natural hate against Biafrans that has no basis continues to grow and perpetuate. And we have so-called elites who cannot stand up and speak for Christ's sake, and our people are dying, our people are being kidnapped, our people are being slaughtered, and these pictures are everywhere. Nobody can deny that our women are being raped, and at the end of the raping they are being slaughtered and being beheaded, and these pictures are everywhere, and these governors are speaking nothing, and these politicians are saying nothing in front of all these atrocities. And we say this is unacceptable. You cannot continue to parade yourselves as leaders on the ground in Biafra land, the very holy land of Biafra, and you speak and you say you represent our people. And we said, no, this is not the representation that people are asking for. Our people are not asking for this kind of representation. The traders who are working hard every day and night trying to make ends meet are not looking for this kind of representation. The clergymen who speak out and you go and adopt and kill are also not asking for that. The very traditional rulers, even those accomplished, those in conjunction with the enemies and doing all these atrocities, and those who are very fair to their citizens are also not being spared anyway. And Biafrans in all walks of life, including all those who are working every day to put bread on the table, they are not being represented. How can you represent your people when all you do is to run to Abuja and take directives from the same people that hate our people, the same people that say we are a dot, the same people that all we deserve is death? They are not mincing words. They are saying these things in front of all of us. They are saying that we are outsiders, but they want us anyway. They are saying that the best we can get is death, but they said no, we can stay together. And who is deceiving who? And then you have the likes of Ngige, you have the likes of Ojo Zakano. All you can do is to stand up and lick those. You know what I wouldn't say anyway on air, but you know what I'm trying to say. You lick up your enemies up and down, isn't it? And that's all you can do. That's all you are good for. Even when they incarcerate you and imprison you and release you once again, imprison you again, all you do is come out and praise and appease your enemies. And you think with that somehow you will survive in the land of Biafra. And we are saying no, we don't see any roadmap into that very direction. If you're a politician, the best you can do, if you are serving your last time, if you are serving your last months, if you are serving your last 1 year or two, the best thing you can do is to stand up and do the needful. Stand up and do the needful. Our people have had enough of you, all of you. We've had enough of you. You know the right thing to do the right thing right now. Do the right thing right now. Biafrans, as I say, are very persevering people. We are full of hard working. We have the big hearts anybody can never have on earth. And that is why we keep surviving upon or in the face of all kinds of atrocities and killings. We have been killed more than any race on earth. I said more than any race on earth. Some people quote 3 million, some people quote 6 million. But I tell you, a German man that was on the ground during the war said nothing less than 10 million people were slaughtered. Put together. Whether you're talking about starvation, or whether you're talking about bombing of marketplaces and churches and all that, and all this supported by the British evil empire. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, if it is about the oil, you will get it. But let us live. Let us live. We say live and let live in Biafra land. All we are asking for is the right to survive, the right to live, and the right to have our own self-determination, to determine the way forward for our people and for the new generations to come. And that should not be a tantamount to punishment, a collective punishment, and we are saying down with that. At this juncture, I will go to the very issues coming up recently that we have come up with a particular program, and that program is a response, and that response is that there's going to be a ghost town. There's going to be a ghost town because our people have been disfranchised, we have been marginalized, we have been killed and still being killed. And the responses are not to remain cozy. The responses are not to embrace the status quo. In this very evil political dispensation, we are not going to say all is fine when all are not fine. As the politicians pretend, our people are not ready to pretend no more. And that is the reason why we are saying, what then can we do? At least, what then can we do? If there's something we cannot do, we can afford to sit at home. We can't afford to sit at home coming Monday. Every Dick and Harry, everybody must sit at home. All and sundry that are fighting for their livelihood and everything, that day is a day of sacrifice. That is the least you can do to get the right result for the future generations to come. Everybody must cooperate to this. All the clergies, all the traders, all the schools, all the principals, all the headmasters, and all of you, all Biafrans in all professions, you are being called upon to adhere to this for your own betterment. For your own betterment and for the betterment of all. We have seen the enemies continue to destroy our lives and properties in different places in Enugu. People are being kidnapped, people are being killed, a combination of killers, of headsmen, and Fulani Janjaweed in uniform, calling themselves police and army. This combination of evil killers have continued to raid our towns and villages, killing our people, and we are bringing this to the notice of the public, to the notice of our people, as well as the so-called politicians, that something must be done immediately. The people you are killing are human beings. And if you are killing them in their own country, in their own ground, in their own villages and houses and huts, this remains unacceptable, and therefore all will be put on the table. All will be put on the table. The killing of our people must stop going forward. Not only that, the Janjaweed, former army chief, has headed to Benin Republic, beginning to pick our people from wherever they can find them, incarcerating them. And we are saying you guys are going too far, and the world should be put on note that the indigenous people of Biafra, in case, will respond in kind, as the case may be, that we should not be held responsible for anything seen as inadequate or unsuitable. We are going to do what we need to do to protect our lives and properties in the absence of ineptitude of the so-called political elites. Therefore, the best thing we can do for ourselves, Biafrans, is to do what the DOS has said and what the DOS always will say. In the absence of physical absence of a leader, the DOS will continue to manage the affairs of this very hallowed movement, of this very great people of Biafra, to make sure that we are headed to the right direction. The benefits are great. It all boils down to resistance. It all boils down to life preservation, if you will. And that we need to embrace. Very, very, very important. All you have to do is to exercise a little sacrifice to this very ugly and perilous time. I must use the opportunity to thank all the hard-working principal servants, especially the continental reps of all continents and across the board, all the national coordinators working assiduously and leaving no stone unturned to make sure that this very hallowed movement is catapulted to the next level of glory. I must thank even the zonal coordinators, wherever you are, working assiduously to make sure that we do the needful. You guys are the champions. We thank you so much. Well, because I don't want to waste more time, we have a number of continental reps across the board on this very platform. I'm going to yield back and open the microphone to make sure that each and every one of them has the opportunity to offer some expressions based on what is going on as we know it. Thank you very much, Mazi. At this point, I will hand over the microphone accordingly. Mazi Joseph Egwim, our East African representative under the auspices of the leadership of Africa, in the person of Mazi Tarenemi, Mazi Joseph
fellow
Egwim,
comrades.
you go ahead, Mazi Egwim, go ahead, please.
Good evening, my comrades in the house. And good evening to you, all Biafrans, wherever you may be. My name's Mr. Egwim Chukwujeku Joseph. I hail from Tueke is in Idato, South, in Olu Province, Biafra land. I serve the people of Biafra under our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as an Eastern African regional rep. I want to use this opportunity to thank my fellow IPOB members worldwide and all the Biafrans wherever you may be, both home and abroad, and urging all our IPOB family members to continue the good work you are doing wherever you reside, and knowing very fully well the task ahead of us is too much. All we have to do is to double our efforts in all we are doing in order to restore our nation, to restore our pride and dignity, which was stolen from us by the colonial master. Biafra is our destination. I want also to thank my fellow Biafrans back home. I encourage all the IPOBs back home in Nigeria, in the Zoo Republic, that are facing so much difficulties, disappearance, kidnapping, extrajudicial killing, but they still stand. I want to encourage our people back home that there is nothing good comes easy. We want Biafra, we want freedom. It doesn't come easy. Any of you who has traveled out of told the kind of price they paid to have such kind of shit. The heavy price they paid to have such kind of society is enormous. Like the DOS have said on Monday, let everybody be at home. We know how difficult it may sound, but let us see it as one of the prices we pay to have a better society that is fair and just to everyone. The truth of the whole matter is everybody knows that what we have, the colonial racist creation called Nigeria we have today is not working for us. No matter how your age is, or no matter what you are doing, whether you're a businessman or a civil servant or whatever you are doing, in as much as you are a Biafran, you have witnessed the injustice of this colonial creation called Nigeria one way or the other. I don't know where to start from. Is it from when you sit for an exam and score a jump higher, you won't get into institution because you are expected to score 200 and above, whereby the same person in the same country you are into can score 80 and get the same admission you are seeking for, while you have 200 and you can get an admission. Are you going to talk about the business people? How many of you guys have travel all the way to China, Dubai, wherever you go for your business, put a container, and it gets to Lagos, which is the only source of importation in the zoo? if you finish struggling to clearing it, maybe in the process of bringing it from all the way from Lagos to Biafra land, there may be a story on the way. Are you talking about seizure, unfairly seizure of your goods? I don't know where to start to mention the injustice Biafrans has been facing. My brothers, are we going to continue to accept this kind of situation we are into all the rest of our lives? If we suffer it and we left it for our generation to come to suffer it, that's why DOS and IPOB in general have find it for us to come out and speak with one voice. Say enough is enough. We know that things are too hard. You guys, based on your daily bread, on what you sold or the profit you make for that day. But I want to tell you, if we sacrifice one day, which is the coming Monday, without going anywhere, it sets a very good signal. Every developing nation, every country that you are dreaming of, one way or the other, one time or the other, have paid such kind of price in order to have such kind of society. That's why IPOB is encouraging every Biafran on Monday, stay at home. Let it be the price we paid for the betterment of the society, of the yet unborn, of our children and children's to come. My brothers and sisters, I was in your shoe before. I am Onisha brought up. I know what it is. So I'm encouraging everyone to forfeit and try to endure that business on Monday, because the outcome is far greater than what you may think you might make on that particular one day. We all know that in Biafra land today, our political leaders, they doesn't care. They may come to tell you, to encourage you, no, go and open your shops, or even give you money to open your shops, or go your business, or do your keke business, or your whatever business you are doing. They may even bribe you to do it on Monday. Please ignore them. These people doesn't have good intention for the generality of Biafrans. They are all want to protect their political future, which is only for them and their family members. I want to tell you the gospel truth, that you have what you have to gain on boycotting every business on Monday cannot be compared what you might make. So, my fellow Biafrans, ignore the politicians and all their evil agents who can never stand on your behalf when the Fulani people massacred you, who can never say anything on the extrajudiciary killing of our fellow brothers and sisters back home. They have not protested. They are not protesting about it because they don't care. All the injustice that has been meted upon our people in that contraption called Nigeria, all of them doesn't care. They don't care because they only say something when it affects their close member of their family or their fellow elites. They don't care about us. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is on detention on the jungle as we speak. Ask me, what does Mazi Nnamdi Kanu want? Why is he being persecuted? He's being persecuted because he wants the good of generality of every Biafran. If you can remember, before the Python dance, when they went to his house and destroyed everything and killed more than 28 people there, what was our leader saying? How can in the East, in Biafra land, there is no federal presence, no seaport, no international airport, no factory, nothing can show off that this is the place where the resources that used to feed the whole nation comes from. They're all against him. Because the political elites, they just went to Abuja to their caliphate masters, sell the rights of fellow Biafrans, collect money for their own selfish interest and interest of their immediate family members. And the masses are suffering. Is that not the only reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is inside DSS detention today, being tortured and given all manner of inhuman treatments? So in order for us to show solidarity, that we are not happy, that we want freedom, we cannot keep going on our daily business without doing anything, and all of a sudden freedom will fall from heaven to us. No, we have to make a move. I want to encourage everyone on that very day, Monday, abandon everything you are doing. Let us show the world, let us show the zoo authority that we are not happy. And mind you, Biafrans, the whole world is watching. Don't think that if you don't go to work on Monday, it doesn't matter. It really matters. The zoo media and the political elites might tell you it doesn't matter. But let me tell you, in the eyes of the world, the eyes of the international community, it matters a lot. The UN is watching, the EU is watching, the America is watching. Let us speak with one voice to show generality that we no longer accept this colonial creation called Nigeria that is suffocating our people, that is killing our people, that will never give us justice for one day. So let us show it by creating the whole Biafra land ghost town. Let us shut it down. When we shut it down, the international community is recording. They know the eyes is on us. And let us bear it in mind that nobody can do it for us. It's like when somebody fall inside the pit. If you fall inside that pit and doing their things as usual, he cannot be able to come out. Like our Igbo adage said it. It's when somebody who is in the pit that makes noise, that's when the people can raise up his hand and shout. That's when people outside will pull him out of the pit. So my fellow Biafrans, let us abide by abandoning our businesses on Monday and stay indoor. I want to encourage my fellow IPOB members in Biafra land. I want to encourage you guys to continue the good work you are doing. And one thing I will not fail to pinpoint here is, let us always remember our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in our prayer every day. Let us always read the Psalms he has instructed us before this time, and let us remain committed. And by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, our destination is Biafra, and Biafra we shall have. I want to thank everybody who are listening, and I want also to thank my fellow HOD members here. I want also to thank the anchor of the radio. At this juncture, I want to stand by and give my fellow comrades an opportunity to speak to Biafrans as I have done. Thank you so much, and may Chukwu Okike Abiama bless us all and give us our heart desire, which is Biafra. Thank you so much for now.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you for that delivery. We are going to open the microphone for the next person on my very table, in the person of Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi Nnamdi, we are going to keep it a little bit very brief, so that I would like everybody to come on board. Mazi, the microphone is open. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, wherever you are listening from, I greet you in the name of Chukwokika Biama. By the grace of Elohim, my name is Mazi Nnamdi, and I serve you as your South American representative in this noble family, in this noble struggle called the indigenous people of Biafra. I reside here in the land of Brazil. My Deputy HOD, thank you for this opportunity to speak to Biafrans all across the world. And Mazi Jonathan, thank you for presenting us to Biafrans. You are doing a marvelous work. My fellow Biafrans, we are here to once again re-emphasize on the need for us to observe that very day which Chukwu Okike Abiama has ordained us to observe right here in the land of Biafra. When I mean in the land of Biafra, both the southeast and the south-south, the coastal land of Biafra and the mainland of Biafra. That is what we are talking about. Because what we are doing is not in any way contrary to the rule of law. What we are doing is called civil disobedience. Nothing more, nothing less. It is what those who engage in non-violence struggle, non-violent agitation. That is what they engage in. And therefore, if there is anyone who is challenging what we are doing, then it becomes very, very pertinent that we ask such a people critical questions. Why are you against civil disobedience that the people of Biafrans are choosing to follow? We are saying, telling the Zoo Nigerian state and its oligarchy, if you want us to cut off this very civil disobedience, which we call the Ghost Town Day, then release to us our leader, whom you extraordinary rendition lie there from the land of Kenya to that very contraction called the Nigerian state. It is not a difficult task. The Nigerian states are the ones who are disobeying the rule of law, who have gone contrary to international norms and ethics, to international law. And those who are against what we have decided to follow, this very Ghost Town Day, should be asked critical questions. Why are you against this? These are the people who are not right there in Aso Rock questioning the Nigerian presidency and its oligarchy. Why did you extraordinary rendition our son, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? These are the critical questions we should be asking the governors who are against this very Ghost Town Day. Why are they not answering these questions? Why are they not shouting to Aso Rock, release to us this our son called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why are they not in their churches preaching against this very extraordinary rendition of our own blood and soul? On this very basis, it is very, very easy to come to conclusion and ask the likes of Archbishop Chukwuma, is it not clear that your hand is in this very plot that made the Zoo Nigerian state to go all the way to Kenya to kidnap our own son? It is very clear to come to that conclusion that the likes of Archbishop Chukwuma, who has been on air rather than to be against the Nigerian government, he is rather against we, the people that are choosing the way of civil disobedience, in sitting at home and demanding for the unconditional release of our own leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Biafrans, it is very easy to come to that conclusion. We need no prophet to tell us anymore that the likes of Archbishop Chukwuma has a hand in the extraordinary rendition of our leader. We need no prophet to tell us that this is southeastern governors and south governors, some of them has a hand in the extraordinary rendition of our leader. We need no prophet anymore. We are hearing them, we are seeing them. They are not even talking about the release of our leader, which every Biafran are speaking against, that our leader must be released. These very governors are talking about that, but they are not concerned in the sit-at-home order. They are not concerned to telling us, release to us our son. They are not on protest. They are not marching to Asorok. We need no prophet to tell us why these people are silent. We need no prophet to tell us why they are attacking the civil disobedience order we have chosen. Therefore, my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are in the land of Biafra, either in the coastal land or the eastern or the mainland area of Biafra land, we are observing our sit-at-home order unfailingly. And those who will insist in coming out, we have nothing more to tell you that on that day, you shall be visiting and explaining to our ancestors the more than 1 million that the Zoo Nigeria state starved to death in 1967-1970. The more than 5 million Biafrans that they killed in that very genocide they called the Civil War. It was never a civil war, it was a genocide. On that very day, if you insist in coming out, you shall be visiting our ancestors and you shall be explaining to them why you disobeyed this very, very noble call we called the Ghost Town Day. Do not forget and do not say we do not want you. We want to make it categorically clear that our leader must be unconditionally released to us. That is the only pathway to stopping the Ghost Town Day. That is the only condition. That is the only thing that will make us to stop. That is the only thing that will stop this very civil disobedience. And if they insist in provoking us even more, then we shall increase even further these very days. In the next few days and weeks to come, if they provoke us more than this, we shall multiply the days of sit at home. Therefore, for us to stop this very protest, this very sit at home order, then they must march right there to Asorok and tell those that own the power that they must release to us our leader. That is the only condition. So those eastern governors and south governors need not to be disturbing us. They know the solution. The solution is to release to us our leader unconditionally. And the faster they do that, the better. If they delay further, we shall increase the days of the Ghost Town Day. It is not a threat, but it is what we must do, because we cannot be silent. Why they keep our leader incommunicado? We cannot be silent. Why they are detaining our leader? It is impossible. It can never happen. And they know we Biafrans will never be silent. Neither will we be cowed to this. Therefore, my fellow Biafrans, look at them. Look at how they are all silent on the killing and the massacring of our people. Look at what is going on in Enugu.
Eti Allah, Masakala Wape, United States is over, is over. Omochikoki Kabiama, United States is over. Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, United States is over, is over. Our leader, I must follow you to the end. A good leader, lead us with you the example. Kelly shooty for our life, is over. Forcing and raping our women is over.
Leaders are silent. We the people, we the indigenous people of Biafra, the governing body being the DOS, we are saying we will never be cowed. We will never be silent. We will continue to defend our people. We will continue to speak out on behalf of our people until this mayhem comes to an end. Why are they not speaking out? Why is there no emergency press conference? And the Fulanis in our own land, they threatening that unless the indigenous people of Biafra stop the agitation, unless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stop the agitation, then they will never stop. And we are telling them, we have already volunteered under the sacred oath to defend our land and protect our people, irrespective of the sabotage from our political elites, irrespective of their silence. I remember the word of Martin Luther King when similar scenario was presented across to him. Fellow Biafrans, he said a very critical word, and then I want to make it clear to those Eastern political elites. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King said, if peace means keeping my mouth shut in the midst of injustice and evil, I don't want it. Meaning I don't want the peace, such a peace, because it is a coward peace. He said, if peace means a willingness to be exploited economically, dominated politically, humiliated and segregated, I don't want such a peace. It is a coward peace. It is not a peace to defending and protecting your people. To the Southeastern political elite and Southern political elite, it is clear that your peace seeking is in order to cow our people, is in order to segregate our people, it is in order to humiliate our people. And we, the indigenous people of Biafra, we are telling you over our dead body. That is why we stand on our ground. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released unconditionally and as soon as possible. If not, you all shall be provoking us even further. And the more you provoke us, the more there shall be the consequences. Why are you people silent on the killing of our people in Lagos State? Why are you people silent on the kidnapping of our people in Benin Republic? Ever since the killer and the general studies called Lieutenant General Buratai was transferred to that very country, our people as on daily basis be kidnapped, but our people are silent. Those who call themselves the leader, the lives of Archbishop Chukwuma is silent. The lives of Eastern governors are silent. Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi is silent. Where is the policeman that killed more than 5 Biafrans on that very day in Enugu, Gulf Estate? What is the report? Who categorically killed our people openly in the presence of the whole world? What is the investigation? But the governor is in this very day still silent. And we are saying over our dead body, we will not be silent. We will not be cowed. Fellow Biafrans, both the one in the Ogoniland, the one in the Eleme, remember, Our leader being held incommunicado right there means you, the one in Ogoni land, is held incommunicado. You, the one in Elema, is held incommunicado. You, the one in Njok nation, is held incommunicado. You, the one in Akwa Ibom, is held incommunicado. That is what it means. And that is why we must fight together to make sure that our leader is released unconditionally and immediately. Do not say, no, it is a Igbo. No, it is the affair of Biafra. We are indigenous people of Biafra. Nobody must separate us. It is about the Biafra nation. An incommunicado, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an incommunicado, the ordinary Ijo man in the land of Ogoni land. The ordinary Ijo woman in the land of Ogoni land. The ordinary Ibibio man and Ibibio woman in the land of Akwa Ibom. That is what it means. And that is why we must stand together. There is no going back. If you come out on that very day, being the 9th of August, you shall be visiting our ancestors and they shall be judging you in accordingly. Because together, we must stand together to fight this very injustice. Our leader cannot be held incommunicado any further. He must be released to us because it is an injustice. It is against international law to extraordinary rendition a man from another country to another country. That is where we are.
And all our lawyers and attorneys, and also IPOB immediate members, and those ones that are immediate members know themselves, and the Biafrans at large. I want to greet all of you, those in diaspora and those in Biafra land. I want to also regard our Eastern Security Network that are working so assiduously, working so hard in thick and thin, also working in the rain and sun, dedicating their life just to protect their motherland. We have nothing to offer you other than, asking Chukwu to continue to protect all of you, protect your family, protect your children, those of you that have children. Abandon your children just to go into the bush to protect your motherland. We want Chukwu to continue to protect all of you wherever you are in different areas that are parts of Biafra land, working so hard, sacrificing your life without being paid. I want Chukwu to bless all of you, strengthen you, and keep all of you, so that this Biafra that you are fighting so hard for, you will live to enjoy them. Your children will see them. Remain resolute. We're all in together for all this, and we're not going to retreat. We're not going to surrender. I want to let our people know that this is the time that you have to, we have to know which God are you serving. It is obvious that we actually have nobody speaking for us as a generation. You see, so we have the only person that have sacrificed most in this struggle is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We all know the stories out there. We've seen it and we also witness it. His parents were involved in this struggle. They have made their contribution and they have paid with their life as well. They would have been alive today, but because of the sake of the children and the grandchildren and children unborn, they laid down their life. All the whole family members are involved. Our leader is paying heavily just for you and I to be free. And the only thing that you've been asked for at this very moment is for you to sit at home on Monday. This is the only thing you can contribute for now. Our leader even stopped you from contributing financially from back home, from Biafra land. That when the time comes, he will ask you to do your own quarters. and that time have come. That time have come now. I am talking to Biafrans in Biafra land, across Biafra land, those in the coastal region of Biafra land, those in the upland. Everybody, this is the time. This is not a matter of I am from the coast. I am a this threat that is facing us, staring us as face now. If we don't fight now, we are going to pay at this present time, and even our children will pay more if we don't do anything now. This is the time for you to stand up and give a little bit push. Biafra is within sight now. This is the time for you to register your own name, your own family name, and have a history to tell your children. I hear some of us often blame our ancestors. They were there, they didn't do anything. The mess we're in today, they are the one that put it. And I'm asking you now, some of you who are blaming our ancestors, blaming our forefathers, what have you done now? What are you doing now that you are here? What is your own contribution? What would your children talk about you? Because tomorrow you become an ancestor. You don't know. Some of us don't even know. Some people don't know that tomorrow you will become an ancestor. And what would your children and your grandchildren talk about you? What will be your legacy that you have left here, that your children will look upon and they said, during my father's time, at least I can talk about what my father did during the Biafran War. He tried his best. Our ancestors, we have some information that they resisted these criminals, these Janjaweed invaders coming in to destroy us. They fought. Very ironically, those we called our politicians. Some of these people were born during the Biafran War and after the war. Some of these governors, these fools that we are calling political elites, some of them are being born during and after the war. And they were watching our fathers fighting the enemy, these invaders, these blood-sucking demons, this army of Armageddon that came to destroy our race. They were there looking our fathers fighting for this war, for them to have life today, carrying political portfolios. Had it been that our fathers did not stand up that time to resist these Fulani traitors, some of them would have not been alive today to be a governor. Some of them would have not been alive today to be a senator. Some of them would have not been alive today to handle one position or the other from the zoo. Very painful that these people that our forefathers fought against and protect their own children, we are now the governors that are inviting these Fulani Janjaweed to give them Ruga in our own land. Isn't it painful? Isn't it very painful? That what our fathers resisted many years ago, knowing how dangerous and how evil these people are, our fathers stood up. They fought for 3 good years. We lost the record. I keep saying this all the time. The record we had here, we obtained here in Ireland. The record we obtained here was closely 10 million people. According to Deputy Health Directorate, said they obtained the same record in Germany. They obtained the same record in Germany, and we had the record here as well. And mind you, I keep saying this, some of us that don't pay attention to the history, I keep saying this, with the record we have here, which I will post it immediately after this broadcast, with the record we had here, 9 million internal refugees across Biafra land. 9 million. This did not even happen during the First World War and Second World War. There was no record saying that there was 9 million refugees in the Western War during the First World War and Second World War. But Biafrans had 9 million refugees. Almost 5,000 people facing death in days and hours. courtesy of British and their Nigerian counterparts. One particular race, they started killing us since 1945, and they didn't have enough of it. 1967, they murder us in numbers. Millions of us, we are starved to death. And the most painful part of it, some of us that doesn't keep even record. What they slaughtered during that time is uncountable. We are just giving you the figures that the white man, the Irish people who were on ground that time obtained. We are just giving you that record. But some of you should also put in context that after the war, all the survivors, the only few survivors left, they gave them only 20 pounds. Now I'm asking some of you that doesn't follow record. A family of 5 people who have went through the trauma of war for 3 good years and they managed to survive. You have air, land and sea blockade still in place. You said the war was over and you still have the air, land and sea blockade in place, and you gave them only 20 pounds to survive. A family of 5 or 6 children or 4 children, tell me how you can use 20 pounds to survive and feed children for how many days and weeks and months, including those ones who are sick, because these people banned all the aid workers. They removed them. The Nigerian government and British removed all these aid workers who were helping Biafrans at that time, and they gave our people only 20 pounds. Tell me, you can imagine what people who were sick within that 3 years, and how many of them died after the war. And mind you as well, Nigerian government, Nigerian army were also going house to house, picking our fathers who surrendered to the end of the war, picking them and killing them, shooting them at the close range. When they said the war has been over, they said the war were over, and they were going house to house, picking our people, killing them. The same handwriting, the same signature we have been seeing is what we are still experiencing till today. Nigerian army, Nigerian police will go to our people's house, our youth house, they will pick them, they will kill them, they will burn down the house. The same Nigerian army of 1967 up until today, the same signature, the same movement, the same behavior, they are still executing it today in the same one. They call it one Nigeria. They are calling it one Nigeria. And you see people defending this country called Zoological Republic, one Nigeria. Look at what they have done to themselves in Olympic here. Embarrassment everywhere. Nobody want to hear the name Nigeria, courtesy of British. And we are letting you know so that you can understand the reason why we are asking you now to sit at home. It's more easy for you, cheaper for you, also it will protect you. Just sit at home so that Biafra will come. Once in a week. Only once in a week. Because these people are coming. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warned us a few years ago that these people are coming. Nobody believed him. He went to America, talked to our people in America. Say, look at them, they are coming. They are coming. They said some of them asked him, which passport did you use to come to America? Can you imagine? They were asking him which passport did he use to come to America. Nnamdi Kanu, we are telling them that this army of killers, these bloodsuckers, they have returned. Your governors have given them access to come back, to come and possess the land. The reason why we lost nearly 10 million people, still up until now. These are the people, our governors, we are giving land, allowing them to come and do Ruga, allowing them to settle in Ebonyi. Look at, I don't know how many of you that have seen the video from Ebonyi. These people went in a community in Ebonyi, they massacred all of them. Nobody have seen that on the news. And I can hear people in the video, they are calling, please, can you people send ESN? We need ESN. Now they understand it. They were not looking for ESN. They were not for any security parastatal. Now they are looking for ESN because this is where they know that the only where they have their trust now. You see what we are saying? If you don't have any reason to sit at home, that's why we are telling you this, so you will know where your problem has been coming from and what to do to stop it. We have been praying, and also our leader gave us, verses to read in the Bible to pray. But I'm telling you, if you're praying without work, without a little bit work on it, that prayer is not going anywhere. You pray and you walk towards that your prayer, and that you see the manifestation. We are not here to tell you that Biafra will come and then you will be going to your work and businesses. There is a way you can contribute, and I'm telling you, the easiest way and the cheapest way to get Biafra restored is this way now, this one we're asking you to do. Are coming and they're killing with impunity. Look, just 2 days ago, yesterday, was it yesterday or 2 days, where they slaughtered people. As soon as the Nigerian army attacked ESN, what happened? Few minutes later, the Fulani herdsmen came after they had pushed ESN out, and they slaughtered our people in Enugu. The same Nigerian army who attacked ESN, after the Fulani herdsmen came. Now, what would you say about that? Who do you blame on that? Can't you now see who is your enemy? But the British will not report about this. Katrina Lank will not talk about this. They are seeing all these things, and I keep asking them, we are here in their country. What is going on in Nigeria? Can they be allowed the way they are protecting Nigeria, using the blood of Biafrans to protect Nigeria? Is it the way it is in UK, United Kingdom? The way youth are being massacred, is it the same way the army and police, British police, are massacring British citizens? That is what I'm telling you guys. Our people, nobody is coming to fight this fight for us. Nobody. It is us that will fight this fight. It is us. Don't expect anybody. America will not come and fight a fight for you, and to fight Fulani herdsmen against to free you from Fulani herdsmen. So a white man from America will come and free you from Fulani herdsmen, a fellow black person, while you're folding your hand in your house, doing your businesses, because they know some of us don't understand their game. That is why they are doing what you're doing. So that person you're expecting to come from here to come and do the fight for you, so he doesn't have life, he doesn't have family, he doesn't have blood running into him. So you're expecting somebody from Western world to come and fight Fulani herdsmen that is living there with you. You'll be staring at him. Now we are doing something for you now. Support, you said no. I explain that how you want Biafra to come, how you want to get freedom, how you want the world to hear you. We are going to fight this fight for ourselves. Our fathers, they did their own. They did their own. At least some of us were born after that. We have second chance to come in this world, maybe to finish what they have started. And some of you are now watching these governors, these senators, making money out of our own blood. And this is who we call our own people, our own governors. This is who we call political elite. Look at George Obiozo giving a medal, giving an award to an army, military that slaughtered his own children. And these are the people you call elite. These are the people you think that when they come to Western world, do you think Western world would like to listen to this kind of people? This kind of criminals that allow the blood of their own children to be spilled on the streets of Biafra land. It is only us. We are the one that are giving these people space to do this. Nnamdi Kanu didn't do them anything. Can they come out and say tomorrow, this is what Nnamdi Kanu have done to them? This is wrong. The bad thing Nnamdi Kanu did to them. The reason why they ganged against him. can they come out? They were sitting there. Nnamdi Kanu is fighting. His father came out and support him. His mother came out and support him. His wife came out and support him. And they decided to go and attack Nnamdi Kanu. They contributed money. It's not a white man that contributed the money. It is black man. It is even though that is British. They were the one behind. The hand is the hand of Jacob, but the voice is the voice of Esau. That is British for you. And we are not going to allow them. It's up to us. There's no need massaging words for you. There's no need trying to be polite for you here. We are telling you it is you in Biafra land that will stand up and resist these gangs of criminals that the British have stalled in place to suppress us to eternity. They are not going to stop until we stop them. British are not going to leave Biafra land. They are not going to leave Nigeria until we stop them. They are here. They don't even report what is happening in Biafra land. Can British go to the Ogoni land and report and show the pollution of that particular place? Can they go to Ogoni land and show what the world, the damage they have done in that particular area? They are not doing it. What is concerned to them is the oil, and they will use it and made their place very nice, and we are still praying. It is us that are going to resist these people. And the only way for you to resist, the only little contribution, we have not asked you now to go and carry gun. We have not asked you now to go and come out on the street and use your chest to catch bullets. We are only asking you now, stay home. Remember, answers. Remember, COVID-19 lockdown, they lock you down for no reason, only for them to hide. See how wicked these people are. See how wicked these politicians are. The palliative they gave to you, these Southeast governors and South governors, they call themselves, according to how they divided themselves, they took the palliative and they huddle it for themselves. How wicked these people are. And tomorrow they will come out and give you 1,000 to vote for them for another 4 years. You sold your future for 4 good years just for 1,000 naira. 4 years you sold your future to these criminals. That is why they are doing what they are doing with impunity. They don't care. That is why they will sit down there, invite army. They will invite Fulani army to come and kill their own people in their own land, spill their blood in our land. Sacrilege these politicians are committing. It is time now for us to say enough is enough. To stop them, and they will not stop until we stop them. We have had enough. We have paid with our life so much that the world is speechless now. Do you know that in this country they are speechless? They said what is happening in Nigeria is horrible. I am telling you, that is what they are saying here. That is why they don't give you electricity, so you cannot see the report. Even data for you to watch what is going on internet, they don't want. They make it so expensive. 200 naira, is gone. 1,000 naira, they burn it within 2 minutes, so that you will never have access to what is going on, to hear what the world is saying about Nigeria. Nigeria is a burial ground, a cemetery. That's what they call it here. And some of you don't understand. We see the reason why we are telling you this is for you to know and for you to wake up. Sit at home on Monday. Let's start from that one. And if they refuse to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are not begging them. We are not going to beg them, because the people who are the helm of affairs of this Biafra restoration are very smart and clever. We are not begging food here. We are very smart and clever, and we know where to touch them. We know that nerve vein that we will touch and Nigeria will collapse. So the thing you have to do, follow the instruction from the DOS. Onyendu is very, very smart and clever. He built this structure. He knows that a day like this might come, and the family have to march on regardless. And we are here to do that. We are here to implement that to the letter, regardless how long they hold our leader. We are going to deal with them only for you to support. Come out and support. That's all you need. Adhere to instruction. That is all you need. And leave the rest. And then do your prayer as well. And then you see everything will happen. Not when you pray and then tomorrow when we ask you to sit at home, you go to your business. And how much are you selling? Nothing. Let me just leave it here. I want to thank all of you for listening. Very, very important. We are not going to beg these people. We are not going to retreat. We are not going to surrender. It's a done deal. 9th of August, which is next coming Monday, sit at home and make sure you contribute your own quota. And the other thing, if they don't, we will bring another, we roll out and we have them series of plan of how to deal with these people. We are ready. Death is nothing for us. We don't care about death. We don't care. Death means nothing for us. Death means nothing for us. According to the Bible, some of you read, it said, who that loses his life or who that gives his life will find it. But he that holds his life so tight will lose it. But some of you will not read that place in the Bible, would you? We are letting you know now that we do read Bible. We know what is in there. And we are implementing it. I want to thank all of you for listening to me, and I want to thank our head of directorate for giving me the chance to talk to our people. Remain resolute and focused. Do not listen to gossip. Do not listen to fake news. IPOB platforms are here to give you what you needed to hear on a daily basis. Just tune into Radio Biafra. It's 24 hours 7. And you get every comprehensive information. Our attorneys are there bringing information for you. So forget about the zoo. The zoo don't even report their own news. Their citizens are being massacred. They are not reporting it. Nigerians are being slaughtered by the Nigerian soldier, Nigerian army and police being slaughtering the citizens. They are not reporting it. The world is watching at them, and we're also watching. There's nothing else that is going to make us to remain in that contraption. It is a whether if it's only 5, we are going to match. We are going to match. I want to thank our head of directorate for giving me that opportunity, and also you, the listeners, remain resolute and focused. Biafra is here. Thank you very much, Mazi Nnamdi. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was Mazi Azayoba, the Deputy European Rep. Well delivered and well spoken. Thank you so much. And of course, Biafrans will learn and continue to learn. We're all learning every day. We know that whatever you are asked to do is what you have to do. And of course, to this effect, Monday we stand. Ghost Town is the key. And this microphone at this juncture will be extended to Mazi. On my table right now, Mazi Nworu. Mazi Nworu is the representative of the Middle East. Mazi, take up the microphone. No.
Thank you, Deputy HOD. Am I coming out clear?
You are coming out clear, loud and clear. Mazi, go ahead.
Thank you, Deputy HOD, and thank you, my comrades, for us to answer this call to make sure we are speaking to our people, to understand where we are going and what our stand are. I also use this opportunity to thank Mazi Jonathan Chinedu for anchoring this program. All the anchors on Radio Biafra, they are doing a very great job. They are why we are here. They continue. It's a selfless service, and we encourage them, and we will do everything in our own capacity in terms of support to lend our voice to make sure that this gospel continue to spread around and educate our people on the way forward. But not going too far, I want to introduce myself. My name is Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi Nnamdi is from Obingwa. Obingwa is in Aba province. And I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as the Middle East rep and also a member of the Directorate of State. Without taking much of our time or going much, I'm just going straight to the point this evening. Biafrans and lovers of freedom. The day we agreed, this is what you yearn for. The leadership hear the voice of our people. who were yearning for an action, a way to demonstrate our anger towards the extraordinary rendition of our leader. Even on the 26th, most of you locked down some cities. We did not call for it. It is what you people yearned for. The leadership went through, had a series of meetings, and come up with this Ghost Monday. It is a way, it is one of the simplest things we can do to demonstrate. If you can see, the day we announced this, remember that the DSS have refused even the lawyers to meet our leader. But the moment we announce this, they give a way for our leader to meet his lawyers, the legal counsels. And since we announced this, we have nothing to hide in this struggle. Some of the politicians, their agents, they are calling and disturbing us. And I will make it very clear here. We are not politicians. We are freedom fighters. We and IPOB leadership are not politicians. And I will make it very clear for those of you running around the bodies of this politician, coming with your fake promises and all these things. We are not going to tolerate this. If anybody has something tangible to offer IPOB to take this struggle forward, you come out openly and discuss it with the leadership of IPOB. We are not going to entertain all this bedroom talk. And if you disturb us too much, we will going to mention your name on air because you have nothing to offer. You people have nothing to offer than to run to the politicians, collect peanuts, and come to disturb our telephones and disturb our messages. It is very shameful that some people take it as a challenge to make sure we call. We have already said it, that this sit at home will be reviewed. We said it both in our press release and on the day I made the statement. I said, as time goes on, we are going to review this sit at home. I do not see the reason why people will take it as if it is there. We are talking about Biafra here. We are talking about the life of our people here. People are coming, talking rubbish, telling us, my daughter has NECO. ASU goes on strike for 1 year. When people have an exam, did you tell ASU that your daughter had to graduate in 1 year? People go into university to graduate in 4 years, they come out after 9 years. Doctors are presently on strike. People are dying. You don't call the doctors to return. Our people have no road to go to their homes. You don't call the governors to go and fix it. What you are fast to call is because your daughter have NECO. Because your daughter have NECO exam. For that reason, we have to call off the sit at home. Notwithstanding their friends, the leadership of IPOB will review the sit at home and put up other measures if they need be, that we make sure we say, what does these people really want? What does Igbo people want? The governors, you don't want us to have sit at home. You don't want us to have protest. You want us to just sit and wait for you to go and negotiate the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Did you negotiate his release the first time? Did you? Everybody come to promise us, I will buy you this, I will go to negotiate Nnamdi Kanu to come out. You come here to talk. You think you are talking to kids? We should know that this is a freedom fighting movement. Anything that we can do to hurt our enemies as they are doing to us, we must do it. Are you happy that our leader is in their hands? Most of you are out there castigating the leadership of this struggle. That how they sold the leader. Most of you was on air talking rubbish, calling us names, threatening our lives. But I'm not going to go into that because our duty is to make sure IPOB family remains united, remain the same, because the enemy wants us to divert. But the day will come, those who knew what happened to our leader, we will mention their name on air and their friends will tear them alive. Nothing will stop us to mention those who have pre-information that our leader was being held and they hide it. They told us that he was okay, he was praying. The day will come, we will mention it on air. Then those people and their friends will go to sort out their issues. What they knew about the extra rendition of our leader. This nonsense has to stop. This struggle is not about family. Jesus Christ was having brothers and sisters, and he found none of them worthy to be any of his disciples. We are not here because you are a brother to our leader, you are a brother to me, you are a sister to my uncle, you are this and you are that. We are not here for that. This struggle, people have died. Thousands of our people have died. As we are speaking right now, people are being killed. The governors are giving the army, the police, green light to kidnap our people. Presently, they are kidnapping women and children. And they come in the back to tell us, to advise us what to do. This is why our leader used to insult them. Because they are horrible individuals. Deception is their watchword. People, they are killing our people. Look at it. Look at the Ohanes and Dibu giving an award to the military for a job well done in the southeast. The following day, Amnesty released a report of how the military have massacred our people, and he's working freely. I got to that man who put one day in Biafra land. Let Kai Atagodi Aka. You went and called the military and gave them an award for bringing peace. The following day, Amnesty released a report, a worldwide report carried by all frontline media houses, how the military have massacred our people, the genocide they are committing. And some of you are there listening to these old fools. You threatening us with war. Israel has been fighting war since generation to generation. They are fighting war till today. Many countries are fighting war. There are Americans who fought in Vietnam. There are Americans who fought in Iraq. And there are new Americans now who are ready to fight. America has never stopped fighting war. Don't threaten us with war. If we die, another group of people. One thing you have to understand, this is ideology. You kill us, then we come again. That is how life is. We reincarnate, if you don't know. You kill us, we reincarnate and come again and continue the fight. It's a very simple something. And I will use this opportunity to thank that the Northern spokesperson, or who, that Abdulaziz. If they have started reasoning in this way, that means there is hope for everybody, because that is what our leader has been shouting. And I am happy. We encourage people like him to speak up more. Let them pursue the Senate. Let them come up. Let them come up. You have to understand that those people who are telling us everything, these people, let us go our separate ways. It does not stop us from doing business together. It will not stop us from traveling to each country if they like. Therefore, dear friends, I am saying today, the order remains that we will sit at home on Monday, and after that, the leadership will look into it and review it and find more other alternatives that will strengthen this struggle. We cannot be called and promise anything. If you are interested to solve this problem, the leadership of IPOB is there. But if you think you are undermining the leadership of IPOB, you will know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has set up a structure. A structure he knows that nobody can be able to undo the structure. You will run around, you will write, like he said, you can gossip for 1 week, then you will rest. And the more you people delay, the more it will be more bad for you people. Because for us, we have nothing to lose. You think we are, most of us are not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who will come to talk to you or listen to you. We are thinking one way, freedom is the only way we reason. And if you think it will be a hindrance on our way, we will cut you down. If you are that person who will stop Biafra not to come, we will remove you on the way. There is no two ways about it. Because people have died. People did not die because of politics. Our people did not die because of protest for corruption. Our people did not die because of, they died because of, they are talking about their freedom. Mazi Jonathan, today I was speaking to one of our brothers that was released from Suleja, one of those people that were arrested in Obibo. I asked him a question. I said to him, I said, where did they capture you people? He said, we are near our home, standing and talking. The military, they just dropped that place. He was speaking with his friends. They said, oh, you be Igbo, una be Igbo. You understand me? Una won't defy this. This is how they carried all of them, back all of them. Since November last year till now. How many Igbo leaders we have been shouting, inter-society have been shouting? How many? He said many people died. They cannot remember. You dare not talk. If you say, sir, I didn't do anything, what you will receive is a beating of your life. If you want to explain yourself, you will get a beating of your life. For completely November till now, none of them was able to explain, because the moment you want to explain, sir, I'm standing in front, you will get a beating, you will be beat beyond repair. That is why 5 people died in that place. From beating, from torture from the military. You dare not say, I am innocent. Besides, when they arrested them, they were just saying because they were Igbo. Oh, you guys are Igbo. And if you look at all the people they lifted from Obibo, all are Igbos. They were profiled. That is the handwork of Yeso Wike. Let me make one thing very clear. If you like, be in good relationship with our leader, be in good relationship with me, be in good relationship with HOD. Anybody who have committed this atrocity against our people is the enemy of the Biafran people. Because we will make it very clear that even if we are not there, Biafrans, this is your enemy and he's your enemy for life. That is how life is. And that is how an institution runs. I cannot allow anybody to come inside this struggle to try to make it our leader, the leadership, the supreme head of this movement, and the leadership of IPOB. We have to build this institution so that when we have gone, our children will come and say, yes, this is the institution that fought for our freedom. And we are making it very clear today. If those governors, let me make it very clear, we don't care. You can go to threaten us, you can say anything, but our words is our soul, is our life. We are making it very clear. Go to the DSS. Let us assume what happened in Kenya, that the leadership did not understand, and they were deceived by those who knew. But now that we know where our leader is, in the DSS custody, we have to make sure that our eyes is on him, because since he was arrested, none of the governors are talking. Look at Obasanjo. Everybody saw. Obasanjo did not go to Benin Republic in the night. He didn't go to speak for Sunday Igboho in the night. He went openly to go to canvass for the release of Sunday Igboho or to grant him asylum. He didn't tell the people, oh, we are doing something about it. Because these stupid governors will come out, they tell us, oh, in the night they are sweeping and arresting IPOB members over the night. When they sweep you finish, they have waka. That is what they are doing. From Ugweli to Devomahe, to Obiano, to Hope Uzodema, to Okezi. This is what they are doing. Every day they are arresting IPOB members, killing many of them. Some of you may not know. These are your brothers. We have to fight for them. They cannot kill our people and come in our presence and tell us it is the Nigerian police. It is Ebubagu is killing our people in Ebonyi State. Many IPOB members are in the jail. Therefore, Mike cannot tell us he don't know about. He commissioned the Ebubagu. Dave Umahi commissioned Ebubago. Ebubago is going to the house of IPOB members, picking IPOB members and be killing. They have undermined the IPOB structure in Ebonyi State. And Dave Umahi will come out to tell us that this radio. They can deceive who they can deceive. If you go, they give you a peanut. You think because of that you can come to sell this struggle. You are a daydreamer. Our people have died. Men have died. Look at what happened in Enugu. Look at what happened in Ebonyi. I think everybody saw the video of the Fulanis talking how they are coming to take Ebonyi. Fulanis from Niger. Yesterday night, ESM was battling a bandit, Fulani bandit that came in from Benue State. If not ESM by now, you would have heard that people have been massacred in Ebonyi State. And somebody will come be telling us nonsense. If not ESM, to support ESM, people will be running around trying to disrupt the finance for ESM to protect the land. And I'm using this opportunity to tell people, once again, the HOD have announced the official account on air how to support this struggle. And that is the order. It stands and it stands. If you say that the HOD is wrong or the leadership is wrong, you wait, report to our leader so that he will, whenever our leader come out, let him expel HOD and expel the leadership for doing something wrong. You cannot hold us on ransom. They say desperate diseases require desperate remedies. We're in a very desperate situation where the Nigerian government is holding our leader, trying to destabilize the IPOB leadership, bringing all sorts of accusations. People are being used to attack the DOS because their intention is to destabilize and destroy IPOB within. So that tomorrow you will hear Anambra now have Anambra IPOB. We are not loyal to the DOS. Abia said the America will say we are not loyal. This is all what they are fighting for, because they know when they divide IPOB, they destroy the structure of IPOB. No, we can't come in unity to speak for the release of our leader like we did in 2015 and 2016. They know that when they attack the leadership of IPOB, we start to have problem between ourselves. Then they have win. Those who they want them to come out to say now they are the leader. You will see leaders will spring from everywhere. They say they are now in charge of IPOB. Biafrans, open your eyes. IPOB members, open your eyes. We have come a very long way. We have come a very long way that people can deceive us. The leadership of this struggle, we are not kids. We are not kids. Some of you who are ranting on social media, you are ranting because you don't see some of us. If some of you meet us, you will run on the inter bush. You coming on social media talking about the DOS, talking about the members of the DOS, calling names. Because we're in a struggle, everybody has freedom to speak. As if those people you are ranting against, if you meet them, that you can do anything. Talk is cheap. But put in your mind that we are in a war front. As the zoo is looking for us to kill, we are also looking for the enemies to devour them. It is do me, I do you. It's as simple as that. You are killing our people on a daily basis. You go to their shops, you pick them up, they disappear. Many people are missing in Imo State. Many people are missing in Enugu, missing in Ebonyi State. And you have the guts to come to tell us what we are going to do. And also, I'm using this opportunity to warn this Okechukwu Guzoro. You see these two people making unguarded statements on the protest. Makachineke, these two people, Okechukwu Guzoro, every day, because they have 5,000 naira to give to the media people. Every day they are jeopardizing and talking rubbish against this struggle. Countering and discountering whatever IPOB do. Remember, a day will come you will not be able to write on that newspaper. After speaking this night, you go and write your petition. We don't fear any of you. Some of us are not, and soon it will happen. Deputy HOD, I would like to stop here, because sometimes when you see what is happening at home and you see people talking how they are killing our people on a daily basis, how they are destroying our homes, killing people, you talk about business. Which business are you making? Business, which business? You telling us in the wheelbarrow, in the conductor, in the keke riders, what are they going to do? Okay, Zipazu went the other day to give 5,000 to keke people in Aba. In Onitsha, oh, they are not have given men market people. They were releasing bell today, say market will be. No problem, you can do anything. But remember, if you come out, we see you. People will see you. If you don't pay on Monday, you pay another day. We are traders. Look at Biafra land. What is in that land? What is in our land? No road, nothing. Because in Azwaya, because you are buying and selling. Tomorrow they will come and burn that to your shop, and you come back and say people from the village are attacking you. Look at the people in Lagos, how they are treating them. Look at the people in the north, burning their shops every now and then. Every day you tell us in Azwahena, as if who knows what. Show me the buildings you have. Show me the things we have in Biafra land that can make you proud in Azwahia. This is how you continue to suffer till you die. You don't know there is a better life more than the life you are living. And what we need from you is just ordinary sacrifice. Sit at home so that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we can put a pressure on this government so that he can be released. Come to tell us in Azwahia, in Akawibaro, in Abakeke, in Biafra land. Cambridge. You're telling us to stop the sit at home because your daughter is taking Neko. Deputy HOD, I would like to stop here. And once again, I will tell their friends on Monday, like we say, it is sit at home. And the leadership will look into it. It is you people that call for it. You people mandated the leadership to do something because of the extraordinary rendition of our leader. We are not going to keep silent. We have 1,100 ways we are going to dismantle this government. If they like, let them hold our leader. They will see more tough strategies, more tough actions against them. And it is better they leave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or everybody will face the consequences. Thank you, Mazi Tony Nzurumike, and thank you, Mazi Chinedu, for giving me this opportunity to speak to our people this evening. May Chukwu Kadama bless every one of you.
Thank you, Mazi. Mazi Nnamdi, are you there? Please, can you unmute yourself, please? Mazi Nnamdi, can you unmute yourself so that you bring up the next speaker, please?
I think something is wrong, sister. I don't know, but I am on the platform, and all right. Thank you so much. I just wanna thank the last speaker, Mazi Nnamdi, for that very delivery. I think he had a lot of points to make, and we are very thankful for that. I'm going to quickly go to African rep, Mazi Tarinemi. I don't know, I would prefer you speak in your language. We are missing it. We are missing that. I want you to speak in your language. Greet our brethren in the creek, in the riverine areas, and in your place, in your local language. Thank you very much.
Zokmemi, Zokmefa, Emio, Amane, Kmowe Tari Nemi, the African rep, by the special grace of Tamara Tukukika Biama. And I want to first of all thank the Deputy HOD here present for this opportunity, and also our hosts for this opportunity to speak to Biafrans all over the world, and mostly Biafrans in Biafra land. It is a pity that for many generations now, our people have been suffering, and on many fronts we have been fighting. Is it the era of King Jaja of Ofobo? Is it the era of the Ekumeku warriors, or the era of the brass warriors under King Koko? Up until the recent time when Nigeria declared a genocidal war, since the white men came to our land, after they have been buying us as slaves from some foolish people that were selling our people to white men. These people were buying us just as these politicians of today are doing. They are selling us, they are selling our people, selling our children for these people to have their free day. That was how some foolish ones in the ancient times were also selling our people. When the white men bought us for many years, a particular time they decided to come and own our land. And they came, and the few that resisted were crushed, and they owned our land. Today, or in the 1960s, in the 50s, when some people were agitating for freedom, some thought they were agitating for freedom, but they did not know that what they will be given was only a local rule. You know, there's a difference between freedom and local rule. Britain gave the zoo local rule in 1960. They said that there is freedom, but no, it is local rule. And in that local rule, they made Fulani they made Fulani to be the people that will be managing their estate for them. The story goes on and on up until when we fought and many of our people are killed. Until today, the killings never stopped. We were killed in the hinterland, we were killed in the coast. The same measure that is measured in the coast is the same measure that is measured in the hinterland. The same way people are being killed in Enugu, in Ebonyi, in Imo, is the same way people are being killed in Rivers, in Bayelsa, in Delta. When you talk, some foolish people, mostly in the coast, will tell you, we are not Biafran, we are not Biafran. You are Biafran, provided you are in the coast or in the hinterland, or you are from the coast, from a community in the coast where Nigeria called South. You are a Biafran, and until you realize that fact, you will be killed like fowl. And on this note, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has sacrificed his life, he has sacrificed his time, he has sacrificed his youth. When our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started this movement, even though his age has gone quite far, his looks were like that of a man in his 20s, because Elohim blessed him with youth. But because of this movement, in just few years, the man has become old. That is to tell you how much of his time he puts into this movement. He doesn't have time for himself. He doesn't have time for his family. In fact, his family is not even secondary. Biafra is primary to him, Biafra is secondary, maybe his family is even tertiary. And his wife understands it. He has sacrificed everything that he has, everything about him. He has sacrificed to ensure that our people from the hinterland to the coast have freedom. And right now, he is in detention. And because he's in detention, the Directorate of State decided that we must do something that the zoo will feel. And what you must understand is that when you sit at home on Monday, that money that the zoo is making as a result of that money the zoo is making in Biafra land, when you stay in your houses, they will not make that money. Money is the reason the zoo is won. Money is the reason people want to kill to retain their offices in the zoo. Money is the reason the soldiers are going to your communities to kill you. Money is the reason the police will kill you when you come out on the streets to protest. It is because of money. Nobody loves the zoo called Nigeria, because nobody is a Nigerian. Nobody is patriotic in the zoo called Nigeria, because nobody is a Nigerian. Nigeria is a fiction that is only real on paper and documents. It is not real in the hearts of people. Nigeria is not real in the hearts of people. So when you see people do things for Nigeria, what inspires them is money. And how can you frustrate that inspiration is by cutting money off. If you can cut money off, then you will see with time that these people that are sponsored to come and kill you, they will begin to withdraw. All their terrorist organizations that they sponsor is because they make money from Biafra land. We are the fuel of the people. We are the fuel to the vehicles that drive to our land to kill us. We are the fuel. We are the bullets in the guns that kill us. We are the source. What is on our land is the source of what is used to kill us. It is what is on our land. That is the reason Britain do not want to say anything concerning the state of our leader. What is on our land is the reason Britain organized with the saboteurs on our land and with the Fulani and with Kenya to hold our leader and keep him where he is. If we can sit at home, which is the beginning of the things that we are going to do to frustrate the system called the zoo. Because without Biafra, without Biafran resources and Biafran money and Biafran sweat, because when you go out, when you do your business, yes, you are feeding yourself, but you are feeding the zoo more than you are feeding yourself. You pay tax. You don't only pay tax. You pay police on the road. And every form of business that you do, everything that you do, you are giving them money. For every money that you give to the zoo, you are helping them to terrorize you. So if you want to remain alive and if you want to have your freedom, the easiest thing to do is to sit in your houses and deny them money for Mondays. Deny your oppressors money for Mondays. On every Monday, they are not going to have that money, and it is going to destabilize the economy for the whole week. And the next Monday we are returning with the same thing. If you are able to do this, if we pull this out every Monday, I tell you, in 3 weeks, if we maintain it in 3 weeks, you will see that the zoo will begin to run helter-skelter and be looking for ways to release our leader. If before that 3 weeks they have not even released him. And our condition is simple. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released without any condition. They are holding him there. It's a crime already, and the world is quiet. Why is the world quiet? Some people say the world is watching. The world is watching, but the world is quiet. Why is the world quiet? The world is quiet because the world is making money from our land. The world is making money from the zoo. The zoo is bribing the people that will talk in the world. You know, it's not everybody that talks in this world and things will change. There are certain people, there are certain nations, there are certain countries, there are certain personalities. And the zoo knows these people, these strategic people. So they go to them and they bribe them. They bribe these people and they bribe these nations. They give them oil for free. They give them things so that they would not talk. And when the people do not talk, you will be doing all you are doing. If you go out in the street to protest, they will kill you and still nobody will talk. Abba Kyari is a criminal, confirmed criminal. They want to follow every detail before they will rendition him to the United States to face trial. If at all they will do it. He's a criminal. The evidences are clear. By right, this is what they are supposed to do. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime. The only thing that he said is referendum, which the zoo claimed to be a democratic nation. He said, give us referendum. And the world is quiet. He's a citizen of Britain. Britain is quiet. And they are pretending as if it is not their business. The best thing that we can do. Yes, we have ESN. I thank God for ESN. ESN is doing a whole lot of work. Very, very good work. Most especially what they did recently, is it today or so, as they chased these Fulani terrorists away from our land. They are doing massive work. They chase them away at Enugu. But all of these things will not mean anything to the zoo and to those that are oppressing us and terrorizing us. No matter how many terrorists you kill in your land, they will still bring in more. We will see this process will just continue to go on and on until they will not be able to pay, until they will not be able to sponsor. And if you sit at home, that is the beginning of economic strangulation. There must be economic strangulation of the zoo, and the beginning of that is for you to stay in your houses, locked down, closed Mondays, for you to stay in your houses, not go anywhere, and plan yourself. This is very simple. So as an individual, you can plan yourself, plan your family, ensure you have food. You still have tomorrow. Today is gone. You still have tomorrow. You can go to the market. There are people that still sell on Sundays after service. Or if you sell, you go to your shop, sell, make enough money, buy enough food, so that on Monday you have no reason. If you need fuel, buy your fuel, stay in your houses, put on your generator, watch TV, enjoy yourself, follow the news until that day is over, and on Tuesday you go about your normal work. This is very simple. It is a sacrifice we must all pay. Each and every one of us must pay the sacrifice of staying in the house on Monday. It doesn't matter whether you are Igbo, whether you are Izo, whether you are Shekiri, whether you are Ogoni, whether you are Ibibio, whether you are Efik, whether you are Urobo, whether you are Isoko, whether you are Isha. It doesn't matter where you are from. What matters is that the man that is standing in for you, the face of our struggle right now as it is, the man that is standing in and trying to do that has given his best and the whole of his life and his time and everything, he has virtually given Biafra his youth, the strength of his youth. That man is in detention, and that man must be released unconditionally. That man must be released, and until that man is released, until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, we are not going to stop. And for those that are complaining and talking all of that, all those politicians and those blood-sucking demons that think that they can romance our feelings so that they can go back to their slave masters, the Fulani, and tell them that, oh, don't worry, we have them under control. Because this is what one of them said. They said that, what's this foolish man's name? Senator Ngige. Senator Ngige said that now that they have Buhari, as he called it, that he wants peace in the country, and now that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is as the health, that everywhere is now calm, blah 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 blah. This is the mindset of every one of them. Until they do otherwise, this thing will not change. Until they go there and pressure the government to release our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this movement will only, this thing that we are doing will only get worse. Other things will follow. This Monday lockdown will not stop, and other things will be added to it. Until they do what is right and our leader is released, this one will not stop, and other measures will be added to it. We assure them of that. Other measures will be added to it, and until our leader is released, and referendum given, we are not going to stop. We are going to continue to do more until there is no economy in the zoo, until there is no money to pay them anymore, because they are doing all this because of the money that they embezzle out of the zoo, which is gotten from our land. Until there is no money to give them facts for them to enjoy with their girlfriends and their children and to live flamboyant lives as they do, until that money no longer comes and there is hunger everywhere, including in the presidency, we are not going to stop. Thank you very much, my superior Mazi Tony Zurumike and Mazi Jonathan, for this opportunity to speak to Biafrans and to Biafrans worldwide. Thank you very much. And I want to say that you should do everything you can, obey the leadership of the DOS, obey the instructions that comes from the DOS, and Biafra will be restored. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you for that delivery. I think it has reached home. This microphone at this juncture will be extended to the European rep in the person of Mazi Austin Abayim. Please go ahead, Mazi, if you are available.
Yeah, thank you, Mazi Nnamdi. I hope I'm coming out clear.
Yes, you are, loud and clear. Mazi, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Deputy HOD. Thank you also, Mazi Jonathan, for anchoring this program and for all you have been doing to disseminate the message that we have for Biafrans on a daily basis. Thank you to all of the radio presenters, all my European national coordinators, zonal coordinators, and of course all the IPOB family members in Europe and worldwide. My name is Austin Abanyim. I come from Amike. Amike is in Olu province of Biafra land, and I serve the indigenous people of Biafra in the position of European rep and member of Directorate of State. There is another opportunity for the DOS to come on air to talk to our people by way of educating them, by way of setting the record straight. There are a lot of rumors flying over there, out there in the social media, and with the intention to, deceive and mislead our people. So we have promised to coming on air from time to time to give directives and clear the air, so that our people may get the proper information that will guide their lives and their decision making. So I want to pray that our leader, wherever he is, Chukwu Okadama, will continue to shield him as he shielded Daniel in the lion's den, and so he will shield Nnamdi Kanu, because Nnamdi Kanu has made him his refuge and fortress. Nnamdi Kanu has professed the name of the Lord. He has worshipped him in private and in public, and for that, Chukwu Abiyama will never abandon his own, because his name shall never be shamed. So we know that he is in a safe hand. And if the zoo government thought that when they hold Nnamdi Kanu that they are going to have peace, then I would tell them that they are hallucinating, because Nnamdi Kanu is the only one that we speak to Biafrans and they will listen. We are going to unleash mayhem to the zoo if they continue to detain our leader in this manner, because he has been kidnapped and extraordinary renditioned to Nigeria, a country that he has denounced his citizenship many years ago. This is a crime, a very international crime that they are trying to sweep under the carpet. Let me just say this. Our people, our Biafran people, before the white man came, we have no police, we have no prisons, but our democracy was one of a kind. We had a very good society. we have what we call Ebeberugo Bere, Ofonogu. That has been our watchword, and that kept our land intact. Since after the colony, they started with the warrant chiefs, those who came to destroy what our ancestors had set in place to guide our people, to guide the society. After the warrant chiefs, our governors are now being used as warrant chiefs by the caliphate to destroy what is left of our culture and of our heritage. The people we call political elites are defiled men, completely defiled by the Janjaweed. They are no more men. You don't call them men, because men are those who can speak and they are being listened to. These people can never go to the Fulani and tell them something and they will listen, because they are like women. Women are even better than them, because we have women in Europe who are doing well. We have women all over the world in IPOB who are propelling this struggle and doing a lot of work to make things better for our people. These governors, these political elites are not men, and they are not even women. They are below women in that standard. They have been, kind of Fulanized in the feudal system of the Fulanis, that they are trying to bring this to Biafra land. Imagine that you, after graduation in Biafra land, you become an almajiri begging for food. This is the system that they are practicing in the north that they want to bring to the east. And then where you have few rich people who are controlling the poor masses and doing whatever they like with them. And to this we say, no, it's not going to happen in our land. We have to go back to where we were and how we were before the white man came. We had a very good society where we have our culture and our system of government that worked for us. So all these political elites, if you think that you can hold our leader and then you come to romance with us, that we are going to keep calm, that's not going to happen. You are hallucinating, because the worst is coming your way. If our leader is not released unconditionally, because you still have 24 hours to do that. You still have 24 hours before we enter Monday. If our leader is not released, the sit at home is going to take place, after which we are going to review it, because all we want is to do something that will hurt the zoo economically and otherwise, not our people. We have the best interests of our people at heart. For that reason, we are in the Directorate of State. We are going to review everything at home, the impact whatsoever it has on the zoo economy and the individual people in our Biafra land, and see what we are going to do to make sure that only the zoo government will suffer all our steps, all our actions, both economically and otherwise. Our leader remains in detention, illegally detained. Maybe they'll be hoping that he'll be there so that they can do their election. We want to tell them that it's a lie. You must be hallucinating if you want to keep our leader there so that you can organize your election in Anambra or wherever you want to do election. There will be no election. Our leader has given us that instruction. He set up IPOB structure and this command and control that we have, that nobody else can penetrate. You can't. And people in the DOS are handpicked to do this work. We are from every part of Biafra land, and when we put our heads together, things begin to happen. So if you are thinking that you are going to do your elections, keeping our leader in tension, there is not something like that. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, because only our leader's freedom can guarantee you your election. When he comes out, he may be the one to ask you to do your election. But so since he's in detention illegally, we are going to make sure that you're not going to have that election. That is a promise, not a threat. We are telling our people to be law-abiding, follow the instruction coming from the DOS, because that is the only governing body of IPOB at the moment until our leader is released. We are going to keep coming on air to give you guidelines, and be rest assured that we have your best interests at heart. We are not here to punish you economically, because we already have been punished enough. More than 5 million of us were slaughtered during the genocidal war of 1967 to 70, and since after the war, the extraordinary extrajudicial killing of our people has not stopped. They have been killing our people systematically, especially the male gender, to make sure that we don't have male gender to fight for us in times of another war. Chukwuabiama being who he is, we are the most populous when it comes to all the ethnic units in Nigeria, in that contraption called Nigeria. Biafra remains the largest group ever. So the more you kill us, the more we multiply. And bearing in mind that Biafra agitation is an ideology, let it get into your dome skull that we are not going to give up, come what may. We are ready to fight 200 years to come, because we are represented all over the world. Those who are funding this movement are not politicians, they are not corrupt people, they are ordinary people who have seen the light in wherever they are in the diaspora, that there's a better life than what you are giving them in the zoo there. And that better life is what we plan to bring home to our people, that there will be a kind of decency, that our God-given talents and intellectual properties we brought to bear to build a civilization to our people and to the world to see that black people can do something extraordinary, especially those who have traveled out of the zoo. We have learned something in many countries where we have been, where we lived. We have seen how democracy works. We have been a part of that. Our people have been instrumental in building all the civilized countries we are seeing today. We are working, we are helping the economy, we are paying our taxes. We have learned a lot from the system that we want to bring back to Biafra land and build even a better civilization for our people, to have a kind of semblance of good life, and they will be treated like human beings all over the world. At the moment, because of the political situation in Nigeria and Africa in general, we are not being treated as human beings in many countries where we found ourselves because of the zoo government. So that's why we have come this night to inform you, Biafrans, that this generation of Biafrans, this IPOB that you're looking at, we are not going to bequeath the same hopeless political system of servitude and brigandage to the next generation. This generation of Biafrans are going to restore Biafra and ensure that our children and children's children will have a better life than we all have here at the moment. So please sit at home on Monday if our leader is not released tomorrow, being Sunday, the 8th of August. On the 9th, we are going to start with the sit at home. And as I said already at the beginning, and as Mazi Nnamdi already reiterated, the DOS is going to review the sit at home to see the impact it's having on our people, whether positive or negative, and then we can look for alternative ways to punish the zoo government economically and politically until they are brought to their knees and let our leader free. Thank you so much, Mazi Nnamdi. Thank you, Mazi Jonathan, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you, Biafrans all over the world. I remain Mazi Austin Abaim, the European rep and member of Directorate of State, standing by. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you for that. Words of wisdom. The messages have been received. Of course, at this juncture, the time is heading towards to zero from here, and we'll be rounding up. I just want to reiterate that the idea of a review is something we have on the table. All we want Biafrans to do is just observe this very Monday, coming up Monday, and take it very seriously. We need to deliver. We need to deliver. And then after that, there will be a review in order to find better ways, or much better to adopt the best way forward. But this very Monday is stipulated, is out there. We are all going to observe. We just want to encourage you to do the needful, and because at the end of the day, it is in the best interest of all of us. Like I said before, is an art of resistance, because you cannot sit down and do nothing when everybody is almost being slaughtered. We are not going to start rising up when we are reduced to only one man standing in the whole of Biafra land. We all just want to stand up at the same time as earlier as possible, and that is now, not tomorrow, now. The whole next thing we need to also make sure is that we do what we're asked to do. This is very, very important. Whatever you're asked to do, please do not hesitate, do not discuss, do not, object. Our command and control, obey before complain, is sacrosanct. That remains because it was already ordained in heaven and handed over to our leader for us to adopt, and that is the backbone, what we call Fosfodista, that guides us, that keeps us standing. We need it. It is what we need as our modus operandi. That should be adopted, that should be respected. For those of all head of departments, if you have not been reporting to HOD, please make sure going forward, in the physical absence of a leader, the person to report to is our HOD. If you are head of finance, if you are head of media, if you are head of welfare, if you are a head of medical, if you are head of legal, everybody, no exemption, you have to be reporting to the HOD directly, as it is. That is the way to go. That is the way to go. So please, anybody that fails to do that is unnecessarily, being a maniac. And pyromaniacs are not going to be entertained. No incendiary of any sort whatsoever at this juncture will be accepted in this very movement. We don't want, if you don't not ready to be humble and do the needful, you have the door open for you to step aside. As simple as that. So at this juncture, I will say to Mazi Jonathan that those who have not spoken will speak at the next round of our usual gathering. We're going to get back on this very platform once again next week and shall be addressing our people. So for those who have not spoken, you are going to do so. And like one of our members said, election should be forgotten if you are not going to deliver our leader. If you are not going to release him, deliver him out of that shackles of the enemies, then you can as well forget about dreaming about any election. Thank you, Mazi. And of course, as our leader will all say, that we are here on Radio Biafra, which is our temple and temple of Chukwuka Abiam. Radio Biafra is where we worship, and Biafra, of course, is our religion. And therefore, Chukwuka Abiama is our God. We all accept this as it is, and that is just the gospel truth. And therefore, Mazi, microphone will get back to you, Mazi Jonathan, as a way of roundup, and for me, and then from here, on behalf of these very, very great people of indigenous people of Biafra, on the platform of the Directorate of State I will say good evening from here. Thank you so much. Mazi, microphone back to you, Mazi Jonathan.
Thank you, Mazi Zurumike, and other members of the Directorate of States. I promise our people, I don't know, to make, to open lines, to pick, even if one or two calls, I don't know. I know that the time is fast spent, but I don't know. I wanted to open a line so that you will listen to our people directly. How do you see that?
Yes, Maz, we will give time and entertain a number of questions as much as we can. Maz, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Biafrans all over the world, this is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. We are live and direct today, being the 7th day of August 2021, which is being Saturday. Remember, we are here directly with the members of the Directorate of States. Therefore, please, you can call our lines. I will take just few calls, just very few, because the time is fast spent in Biafra land. Our line you can call +1, that is direct line, +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Also, you can call on WhatsApp and Signal line, which is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. Any call, please, I will restrict you to 2 minutes. 2 minutes, I say 2 minutes, please. I have a caller on direct line. No, it's off. I pick it and it is off. Another caller on direct line is off. I have a caller on Signal. Let me pick this call on Signal before going to WhatsApp line. Which caller on Signal? Caller on Signal, are you there? Please, welcome to the program. Please, you have just 2 minutes to either ask your question or make your contribution, please. Can you hear me, caller?
Okay. Yes, Mazi, good evening, sir. My name is Chidebere. My contribution to this thing is to the discussion this night is that they did well. The US, they did well. All the people that spoke today, they spoke very well. But what I want to encourage them to tell them that whatever they are saying, we all in Aba here and everywhere accepted it. We encourage them to keep on doing whatever they are doing. Nobody is disobeying them. Everybody will obey them. Tell Mazi Nnamdi that
they are listening to you direct. They are hearing what you're saying. Please.
Okay, we all will obey them because what they are doing is making our heart to stand firm. What they are doing now is encouraging us all. Tell Mazi Nnamdi that
they are listening to you direct. They are hearing what you're saying. Please.
Okay, we all will obey them because what they are doing is making our heart to stand firm. What they are doing now is encouraging us all. Tell Mazi Nnamdi that
they are listening to you direct. They are hearing what you're saying. Please.
Okay, we all will obey them because what they are doing is making our heart to stand firm. What they are doing now is encouraging us all. We are tell Mazi Nnamdi that
they are.
Is over. That's what we say. Either freedom or less this life is over. It's over. Land of the rising sun. Rise up against our enemies. Oluwa bombo you, Babado. We have endured too much. Ancient of the ancient, Elohim. We have they hear so much. Because if you see that blood where they kill for our land, it still irritates in my heart. Baba God to see that children blood where they kill. No, they happy for the cheat. British government you, una they see, una they keep quiet. American government you, una they see, una they keep quiet. United Nations no, una they see young, una they keep quiet. Okoko governors for our land, una they keep quiet. Allah manjure kele kele amwa brothers, we keep it quiet back. Yeti Allah masakala amwa people, we keep it quiet back. Follow me husband, for the woman, we keep it quiet back. Janja we the come destroy our fam, we keep it quiet back. Child, oh yeah, maru chechikuna. That's what we say. I people be we are the freedom fighters. I people be we are the freedom fighters. I people be white and then white. I people be white and then snow. Yezokuba wala soloku is pure. Okusa maybe la soloku buteloku. And the fear time. Them can they kill us because we are agitating for our freedom. Then just they kill us.
Thank you very much. Good evening to you. Good evening to all Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Members of the Directorate of State, we appreciate you. If people have done well, it's a good thing, and we expect that routinely like this you come to address Biafrans because just like people rightly say, you people are the face of the struggle we're seeing now in the absence of our leader, and we must compare the enemy to release our leader. We are not having any trial in any place. You cannot go and rendition abduct our leader illegally from another country. Say you are having trial. What is the trial? Anybody, because this Biafran politician has learned to always speak, and when they will speak, their whatever they are going to say will be against anything that IPB we do in order to bring our people out of the quagmire. And this has gone further to prove that these people are nothing but stooges. That is what they are. Everybody is seeing what is happening, just like they rightly say. We will target for a while, nothing they can, and they kept on looting our resources and sponsoring these efulefus and all that. We should be reviewing this lockdown after this Monday. The outcome of this lockdown, because to be honest with you, every Biafran, every reasonable Biafran, whether they are IPOB or no IPOB member, they believe in what we are doing and they know that is the right thing. There's no any other way you can do it. One day I read Charles Obu article where he said they were wrong, because all the while they have been writing what IPOB is doing is not the right way and all that. That they were wrong, even the elders, the politicians were wrong. Madikala has been right all along. Because they don't know, they were thinking they can be able to make any change in Nigeria in their crooked political ways, which never amounted to anything or counted as long as.
Mazi, Pastor Jack, please round up.
So in other words, we will sit at home and everybody will join us to sit at home. Any person coming aside to do anything, whatsoever thing the zoo Janjaweed terrorists do to you, you are on your own. Thank you very much, and God bless Biafra from us.
Thank you. We are only receiving vote of thanks. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Please go on. You have 2 minutes. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you.
Please go on. You have 2 minutes, please. Go on. Because the DOS, they are listening direct. Go on.
I'm thanking all the DOS. I think all what they said are all welcomed. I also want to comment in those criminals in government house claiming to be governors and the Ohanese. How they are sharing wheelbarrow pushers money and the conductors and the keke riders money to go to their business. I begin to wonder. It's funny where your enemy is dashing you money, begging you to go to your business. Even if I'm keke rider and the barrow pusher, I will know that this money they are giving to me, that is not money, it's dangerous. How can somebody during the NSAS, during the COVID-19, they lock people inside the house without anything, without any plan, and people are dying hunger inside the house. Even the EU see it far away, and the UN, and bring palliative to people for them to give to the people they lock inside home without food. They don't have even the mind to give the people those food. They hold those food and keep people hunger. And now the same people are dashing you money to go and enjoy yourself. Don't you know that that is evil? That is poison. It's not money. It's just like David and Potiphar. When David is begging Potiphar to come and sit with him in the table and drink, and Potiphar told him no, that he's too big to drink with him, ordinary man like him. How can I be drinking with you, a whole David? And David is okay. Well, you are a good fighter.
Mazi, please round up. You have surpassed your 2 minutes. Please round up. So, round up, please.
So that is I just explaining how the money they are sharing to people not to go out look like. And they are encouraging our people, not even if they take the money, on Monday, let everybody sit at home for we to achieve our goal.
Thank you.
This is what I want to contribute. Thank you and God bless you.
And you too. Thank you. Caller on signal, hold on. I want to pick calls from Biafra land through direct call. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? No, it's gone. Then caller on signal, please. Welcome to the program. Caller on signal, please. 2 minutes,
thank
please.
You. Okay, Mazi, I hope you're hearing me very well.
The whole world is listening, hearing you, including the DOS, please.
Thank you so much, my brother. My name is Mazi Nnamdi hail from Ebonyi State, Biafra land. I have a question, and this question was deriving from Mazi Jonathan's program, and this question I want to throw it to the DOS this evening.
Go on, please.
And the same question came up in one of the interviews they were asking one of our lawyers in America. For how long? Our DOS deputy head of DOS, for how long will our politicians allow our people to be killed before we set an example with some of them that are leading this Fulani Janjaweed to the genocide of our people? Because that's where it concerns me much.
Okay, please, I think, just hold on. He's hearing you. Mazi Zumike, I think you have what he's asked, please.
Yes, Mazi. Thank you for that very $1 million question. It is a legitimate question. It is a question for the people. And by the way, a question by the people. And we the people are responding and saying, these guys are not representing us, they are representing the Fulani hegemony. They are there abating and assisting the killing, the genocide of their own people. And we are saying how long? And I'm saying not too long. We are no longer going to accept it from now onwards. We are not going to accept it if they are not there to serve as the chief security officer of the states, protecting our people, lives and property, be men and stand on their feet. Then, of course, the cause has to take care of itself. That is the way I'll put it. Thank you so much, Mazi. Thank you. Go ahead with the next question.
Thank you so much. That leads me to my second question. My second question is, Governor of Abia State just released a statement. And that fool was saying that our leader, John Bell, and our leader, they are monitoring our leaders called trial. And he also defied the law and defied the statement that comes from the head of DOS by going around paying money for people to ride the keke or wherever in Biafra land. What are we going to do to curtail those people who are willing to take this money and come out and sacrifice themselves, so that they can know that this is coming directly from DOS, that if they come out, they are not going to hold anybody responsible? What are we going to do to tell these people that have been listening to us but decided to go collect money that have been killing us? Because we noticed that the only thing that have not worked in Biafra land for many years is collecting money and selling our people. When it happened to Fulani people, they go the next day is Emir, and our kings and queens and chiefs are there doing the same thing, collecting money, pointing IPOB members, and they are still working out there. They are still working free. They believe there's nothing happening, and they also, the more we leave them to go around collecting money, pointing our members, going to the streets when DOS have given statements, the more they recruit themselves. What are we going to do to these people? I know it's almost the same with the first one, but that is the two pertinent questions that have been disturbing me over the time. Thank you so much, Mazi Chinedu. I will hang up and
Thank you. Just hang up and listen. Mazi Nnamdi, please. I hope you had the question is also related, but do you have anything to say about it?
Yes, thank you so much. One more reasonable question. One has to do with gullibility of people, some of them, of course, and of course the Lucifer themselves, who are governors trying to, as usual, buy the minds of the people with chicken feed. What they are buying is the freedom of the people. Those people have to understand that anything they collect from these politicians means living in perpetuity in terms of bondage. And the question will be, what will benefit you in this bondage you live in? Your life is not getting better. Last year was better than this year. This year is going to be better than next year. It can always be wrong. It can always be worse. And the idea that the money they give to people is to somehow buy their minds, is also to remind the people, by the way, that this money or these monies are blood monies. These monies are blood monies, and by the way, is the money of the people. So if you collect any money from any politicians by any way because of hunger, do bear in mind that that money doesn't belong to that politician. Bag it in your pocket, stay home on Monday. Do not, because of any little a cup of garlic money, and they try to somehow violate this very conditions placed for Monday. We are all to abide by it. We are all to stick to it. The money given to you is just like during election. They give you money, they give you all that, but these are your own money, it belongs to you. It doesn't mean you should go and vote for that person. That's just the same way here. So, and of course, the saboteurs, you know the situation you find yourself. If you are pointing fingers at Biafrans, you will have yourself to blame, because this is no time for massage. You know what the time is. The time is up. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you. I have a caller, Mazi, and I'm telling you that everywhere is possible, but I will take a few more calls before we call it a quit. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, I can hear you.
Welcome to the program. Please go on. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I want to say thank you so much, DOS, for this great work you people are doing in absence of our able leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. First of all, I'm Ana Yokafo. I'm calling from Indonesia, and I'm from Abia State, precisely in Biafra land. Biafrans, I want to use this opportunity to ask each and every one of us to follow this instruction given by DOS, because what DOS are doing is the betterment of our, for the release of our able Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for the good work he has been doing for us. He is doing this good work for us to be free from this bondage of the zoo. So the simple instruction they gave to us is to sit at home. Please, I ask you to sit at home. Monday can never do you anything in your life. Sit at home, because sitting at home means to cripple the economy of zoo. To mount pressure on them. From mounting that pressure on them, we make them to release our able Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So please, Biafrans, let's follow this instruction and do as we said, as they said. Please.
Thank you, Mazi.
Because the problem we are having. Okay.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much.
Has elapsed. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
I have a caller on direct line. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Welcome to. No. You know, sometimes this direct line it crashes. Honestly speaking, because the volume of calls is too much. Only on WhatsApp now I have almost 400 and something missed calls. Caller on WhatsApp, hold on. Let me try to pick a caller on direct line. Whether I could? No, I couldn't. Caller on WhatsApp, please go on. Your question or your suggestion.
Evening.
You have just 2 minutes.
Good evening.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Mazi Jonathan. Good evening. My name is Ikem Patrick Dick. I just want to thank the Directorate of State. This is the best Directorate of State that IPOB have ever had from the inception of this struggle. And in fact, sometimes I sit back and I say, thank God that the Directorates of State have been cleaned up and men of honor being put in place before the temptation we find ourselves presently. Have we had some of the elements in the Directorate of State who were already tired? Had they still been in that position today, you know, it would have been another opening and another confusion for IPOB. But God, in His infinite mercy, did the job of the cleansing before we came to the stage we are today. So I want to say thank God. I want to encourage them. I will listen to Brother Mazi Chinasa Nworu, and we want to reassure the Director of State that IPOB, everybody is standing behind them. Instructions will be obeyed. Biafrans on the ground in Biafra land knows who their enemies are. Nobody needs to tell them. The question we are asking Biafrans in Biafra land, when have your politicians started loving you? You know, that is the question, that they now care about your livelihood. When did that start? That suddenly they are now beginning to care about your source of livelihood. You know, these are the questions Biafrans need to ask themselves. When did these governors start loving you, that they have now suddenly started caring about your source of livelihood, that if you sit at home on Monday, that your business will no longer move? Have they been able to put the structures on the ground to make your business succeed over the years? These are the questions Biafrans in Biafra land should be asking. If these governors really loved you, they would have been able to put structures on the ground for your business to be successful. You know, so what they are doing is to deny you that possibility to fight for your freedom, because sitting at home on Monday is also a sign to show that you are serious about your freedom. That you are, it's not about just Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being in detention. No, it is about you. If it is for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alone, there are many other ways to go about it. But it is about you to show your displeasure and also to demonstrate to the world that you are ready for your freedom.
Thank you, Mazi.
Everybody knows that for you to get your freedom, it's not by going to the market every day. Because even in that market where you are, your life is not safe. And for those who are coming out on Monday, it is
Mazi,
the
same
army that asks you to stay that will still kill you. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Mazi.
thank you
very much.
Thank you. Remembrance. Let me go to direct line. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct 'Line'. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. 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 Can you hear me? 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 Can you hear me My goodness me. Caller on direct line. Are you there? No. Let me go to signal. I will take another 2 more calls and call it a night. Caller on signal, please. The platform is yours. Welcome to the program. Caller on signal. Are you there? My goodness me. No. Network failure. Let me go to WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Welcome to the program.
Hello, good evening.
Welcome to the program. Please, you have 2 minutes to ask your question or make your suggestion. Go on.
All right, thank you. Please, my name is Agopozo. I'm calling from Aba.
Welcome to the program. I hope our FM is working.
Okay. Yes, it's working.
Very good. Go on.
That's what I'm using. All right. The only thing I want to say is I watched a video this evening. Video showing Fulani. I know it is okay because I didn't like it because such action will attract some. I mean, a kind of what I don't know how I can narrate it, but I don't know if the JOS can stop the people videoing this thing or posting it. I don't like it. It's not okay by me.
Okay.
That is the only thing I want to say.
Okay, it's not okay by you. Okay, Mazi Nnamdi, do you have anything to say? Any of you have anything to say about it?
Yes, sir. I will also bring Mazi Nnamdi as well to have a statement onto that. Of course, I understand where he's coming from on that observation. He has a point. It's not every moves we make, is not every achievement made in such situation should be divulged to the consumption of the worldwide. I mean, that we should have a way of preventing certain operational events from getting out of the origin. So, of course, things like that will be looked into. And my brother, you have a point. And I believe there will be ways to prevent such from happening. If it is not supposed to be out there, then we're going to prevent it from being out there and going forward, of course. So thank you very much for that question. Mazi Nnamdi, if you have anything to say to that, please go ahead.
Yeah, Deputy HOD, thank you. My brother, we do appreciate your concern, but I will tell you something. A lot of things happen in Biafra land, you are not aware of it. We always tell you we are in a war. Sometimes you might see ESN release some videos. They are not releasing it because they want to release. It is because of the propaganda will unleash on what happened. For example, the video have told you that Fulani, you need to alert the people in this area. A couple of days back, you saw a video where Fulani from Mali, Islama, Jamatua, all of them gathered and they are praying, asking God to help them to take Ebonyi State. That they are already in Ebonyi State. I don't know if you see that video. And unfortunately, ESN happens as they are patrolling, trying to keep people safe. Yesterday, these Fulani bandits in military uniform, they try. If you do not do that, if they don't alert the world, this is what is happening. Sometimes, my brother, you wake up and people are being massacred because the government will never talk about it. They will ask you that everywhere is peaceful. For example, what happened in Enugu? In Enugu, people were there. The ESN managed to, nobody showed it to anybody. Nobody, you didn't see it. ESN drove away the Fulanis in Atof. When they did that, you didn't see it in the media. You didn't see it anywhere. Now, the traditional ruler there wrote a petition and said that, oh, ESNs, they are here kidnapping people. The governor was informed, and the governor knew that ESN was there to drive away. Then what happened? They connived with the military, the forest guard, the DSS, everybody. They went there. If we didn't come out open and tell the world what happened, they classified ESN as kidnappers and criminals. Now, you saw what is happening in Imo State. Anybody they will catch in the bus, the following day, they will show him that this is ESN, this is IPOB, and these are not IPOB members. Now, also, we need to understand that even though our leader is being held in detention, ESN continue to do their work. Because the next thing you will hear is that, oh, where is the ESN? They are talking about Fulani is killing people in Ebonyi. Fulani is killing people in Enugu. And when you keep silent, they will kill people in Anambra tomorrow. My brother, certain things are not to be made to the public. But the little one you see is to reassure our people that ESN, because some of them, you see how people are, oh, they will tell you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the prison, ESN is gone. We do understand your concern, but put in your mind, we are in a war front. Sometimes, when the military or security network go out for a successful mission where they repel the enemies, they need to inform the public to be aware of what is happening. They are not doing it for show. You may not like it, but you don't understand the tone behind it. Thank you, Mazi. I hope this explanation have clarified your doubt. ESN is working on a daily basis. A lot of things are happening which you do not see, but sometimes they need to reassure the public. Because if they don't show you, like they have shown you, there is danger between the Benue and Kogi border. People can stupidly be going there when you say, they say nothing is happening. And that's how our people are being massacred. Because some people foolishly will go to those routes. Some will say, there is nothing happening there. Go there, they are lying. If you don't bring these stories, sometimes with video evidence, people will continue to play down on what is happening, and they risk their life when they are trying to prove there is nothing happening. Thank you so much, Mazi.
Thank you, Mazi. I want Mazi that asked the question. Please be online. Just hold on. Let me add something there. You know, earlier on, about 3 or 4 people callers before, somebody called and asked, what is IPOB doing? You know, against all these saboteurs and this and that. You know, when you are not shown what they are doing, sometimes you feel that nothing is going on. That is our people for you. So, you know, when you keep everything sealed up 100%, as Mazi Chinasa said, people will be doubting and say, nothing is going on, nothing is going on. Sometimes you need to bring out is strategic. Everything, the people that are under or handling the leadership of this structure, they are highly technical. You understand? So everything that is going on purpose. That's it. Somebody was asking, what are we doing? Well, this and that. Many people are asking, oh, nothing is going on, this and that. Or sometimes also, people need to see that there are danger in our land, that our people are combating, taking risks with their lives. That is it. Please, do you have any other thing before I go on?
Yeah, I'm okay with the explanation. You know that I'm trying to prevent some kind of propaganda that I might follow.
It's understandable. It's understandable. Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you. I remain blessed. Let me try to pick a caller on direct line. I don't know what is happening. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Are you not hearing me? No. I think I will leave it. Now, remaining 2 people, two calls more. I have a caller on signal. Please, caller on signal. Caller on WhatsApp, hold on. Caller on signal. Can you unmute and go on, please? Pastor Otisi or Otisi.
Biafra.
Almost here, Biafra. Please, go on. You have 2 minutes.
Yes, my name is Mazi Nnamdi. I came from my brother. My brother is in my province of Biafra. Two questions I want to ask.
Please
Number
go.
one, the number one question is, as we are observing on Monday at home, are the white people that are living in our place, the company, the white company, oil company, and also the private jet, are they allowed to work inside their company? Because we can say that we are sitting at home, but the secretly there are people that are working inside their company. Are they allowed, or are they people are voluntary to go and monitor to see if people are working inside their oil farm?
Okay, thank you. You say you ask whether foreigners living in our land are also involved in the sit at home.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the first number one.
Okay, ask the number two also so that we take it at the same time.
Number two, are there any person, people, or group are taking care over the way our supreme leaders are kept? Because if eventually there is a prison break, they will say that some non-government or Christians that commit such crime, but the Nigerian government planning to cause a havoc into international relationship. That's my second question.
Okay, thank you. Mazi Zurumi, do you understand the question? Hope you heard him.
Mazi, if you can interpret the second one.
No, the second question, he said, he said, is there about the security situation concerning where our leader is in the dungeon? In case of anything happen, you know, they can say it's a ESN that perform prison break or try to, whereas it's them, something like that. So that's the second question. Hope you get the idea.
Yes, I understand where you're going. By the way, the first question, the answer is simple. When you say we have sit at home, every Dick and Harry, all and a sundry must adhere to it, whether you are brown hair, white hair, yellow hair, Chinese, you must sit at home, as simple as that.
As far as you are in Biafra land.
As far as we are in Biafra land, our homeland, you must sit at home or you quit the land before then. As simple as that. God bless Biafrans and God bless the young man for that question. The second one is a bit not for us for now, because we have a legal proceedings going on. We want to respect the legal proceedings going on. We want to, even though we don't trust the Fulani hegemony and what they do, but we have made it clear that our leader wants more than all Fulanis put together, and they should understand what that means. If you are holding him, we are asking for his safe release completely without any condition, and of course his security is sacrosanct, and there will be consequences, of course, if anything has to go wrong. And I know they understand that very, very well.
Nigeria, they are not crazy. They are not mad, no matter what.
I don't think they're that stupid. Because if the zoo they want to keep together, if they really want to do something stupid, that zoo they want to keep together, that fight they're fighting, I will tell you, the hell will go loose. The hell will lose completely, and then everywhere will become the hellfire they have never seen in their life. Nothing must happen to our leader. That is a very straightforward message. More than that, I'm not going to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi, for asking the question. I'm going to pick the last caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program, Mazi. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, I can hear you loud and clear.
Welcome to
Good
the
evening,
program.
Mazi.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Yes. My name is Mazi, my man Ugo Onyejaka. I am calling from United States of America and I reside here in Washington, D.C. I am the national PRO of IPOB here in United States. I am from Amibo. Amibo is Nolo. Amibo is the home of the tiger and Amibo is the home of King Jaga of Opobo. Mazi, I thank you so much. And Mazi, I want to use this opportunity to thank the Directorate of States, all the members. Honestly, these guys, they have shown what it means to be a leader. A leader is not somebody that come out and start talking nonsense. A leader is somebody that will stay and then get all his facts together before they come. And when he says something, they say something like a man. And this is what they are saying. They have shown their leadership skill. I really appreciate them. Chike Doziem, God will bless you, and all other, the US people. So I want to use this opportunity to tell our people, yes, they are doing what they are doing, but what have you done? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done everything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can do for us. Now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the hand of the, this Zoom. So he is there. So what are you going to do? So my question to you now is that what have you done? What is your own role? We have only asked you just to sit at home. But don't think that when you sit at home, that is the end. Because now the zoo, they have, bite more than they can chew. They cannot handle it anymore. This is our chance. It is not in their hand. It is in our hand. So with the DOS now, they will know that the person that is, coming us down is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So what they see is what they're going to get. That is what it is. So be ready. I am telling you, you Biafran, be ready and stand up for your rights. Because we are fighting for your existence. This is the preservation of your life. These people are out to kill you. The politicians are out just to make money, on you. And that is the thing. That's the reason why they are doing what they are doing. Not only that they are doing it, remember, you have been on the receiving end. And then you've been killed. They have been using your body. They are just, this is organ harvest they are doing. Go and check and see what is going on. So I thank the DOS for everything they have doing. I thank them for how they have been, able just to get the house together. So now, what are you going to do? You have to do your own part. And for those people who cannot, or the people that are in America, who are still sitting there and then, yabbing and doing everything, it's time for you to do your own job. And what do you have to do? You have to donate. I want you just to donate. We have a place you can donate, do the donation, and this is our website. Go to our website, and that our website is www.ipobinusa.org/donate. www.ipobinusa.org/donate. This is the website that is authorized by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and then endorsed by Mazi Chike Doziem. So do your job and then donate for ESN. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you, and remain blessed. I think, let me check whether I can pick one caller on direct line. I don't know what is happening. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? No need of burning your airtime, please. In the absence of that, I think many people are still calling, but this is where I'm going to call it a quit. Mazi Nnamdi, please, I know that you have almost said your parting shot, but do you have anything to say before I conclude? Just few seconds, please, if you mind, or any of you.
Yes. Like I said before, like all the members of this very hallowed platform have spoken, our message remains the same and very clear. Let us all work together. The DOS does appreciate all Biafrans of all walks of life. Those of them who have contributed, especially with their lives. One thing we must assure you is that you have become iconic in the book of Biafra. You will never be forgotten, because life is so short that so many people have died and nobody remember them. But those of them who have died trying to achieve this very freedom for the generations to come, I will tell you that you have not died in vain. And we are sending a message to the family members that those who have died have not died in vain. Because the best thing that can happen to anybody is posterity being kind to you. Being kind in the sense that somehow you were able to lay your life on the line for something very, very crucial for everybody in that very holy land of Biafra. And those who are still alive are fighting and also willing to lay their lives on the line and making sure that at the end of the day, this resistance will bring something fruitful at the end of the tunnel. We are doing this. The best thing we cannot do, or the worst thing we can ever do today, is not to do anything. And of course, the only thing we can fear is the fear itself. The fear that makes you not to do anything, to remain slaves in perpetual sense of it is not the way to go. We need to stand up for our right. And therefore, I encourage you on behalf of the GOS members that what you are doing well. Always listen, always follow the instructions given to you, because at the end of the day, we are all serving our people, serving Chukwuka Abiyama as well, and doing all these things based on the modus operandi of the indigenous people of Biafra that is designed to bring Biafra at the end of the day. Nobody should waver, nobody should have doubt, everybody should remain very tenacious, and perseverance should remain our mantra. That at the end of the day, Biafra shall come. There is no doubt Biafra is around the corner no matter what the enemy does. We are doing the needful, and the needful is to remain soldiering on. Soldiering on is what will bring us Biafra. And sitting idle will bring us nothing but suffering and be killed all the way. So if we are going to be killed in any case, anyway, whether we put up a fight or we don't, so why not stand up for that very fight preeminently to make sure that at the end of the day, the freedom is given. Because freedom cannot be served unless you fight for it. That is just the common wisdom. So we thank you all of you and say remain courageous. Do not lose hope. Do not lose hope. They are holding our leader, but they must release him. They know they must release him. And we are doing everything we must do to make sure that our leader is released. He must be released. There's no question about that. No matter how long they think they're going to hold him. And Chukwuka Abiyama, who sent our leader to come, will not leave him alone in vain. Chukwuka Abiyama will protect him, and he is going to accomplish the mission. Because if you are sent by Chukwuka Abiyama to accomplish, until mission accomplished, no human being born by a woman can be able to destroy your life. No matter, you might face persecution, but at the end of the day, God will champion your life. And that is what is happening. And therefore, we shall be back once again next week. This very body will get back on this very platform to deliver once again and to review all the developments we're going to come across, and to make sure that once again we answer your questions and address the situations available. And thank you so much, and we shall continue to do what we do. Thank you, Mazi. I will ask to hear back for now and give you back the microphone and say thank you to Biafrans, and for me from here, good night.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, Mazi. Nzurumike. Our letter continues. Yeah, good night. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, we thank each and every one of you that are part of this program, because what we are doing here is to make sure that we are on the right track as a family. You know, when they say, well, our mantra is IPOB, one family. You know, there is something in 2015 when the late Buhari was asked about the marginalization, the agitation and the marginalization of Biafrans, which they call Igbos. You know, he said no, they should organize themselves. He threw a challenge, and that is what we are doing. We have done, in short, because for them, because of the way they separated our so-called political elite in our land, they thought that it is impossible to organize ourselves into a formidable force. That is why he threw that challenge. And today, honestly speaking, we are one family. You understand? You know, the enemy, in order to conquer you, they first of all make sure that they thwart you, they separate you into pieces, so that you cannot be formidable. You cannot have one voice in fighting against them. You continue fighting against each other. That is the tactics of the Europeans. That is why the Europeans conquered the world. Anywhere they go, anywhere they went, the first thing, they make sure that they divide the people into pieces. Make people start fighting each other, and they will enter and do anything they do, and before you know, they conquer. That is what the Fulanis did to the Hausas. They use religion to manipulate the Hausas into fighting each other, conquering themselves for the Fulani. That is what Ottoman Danfodio saw and believed, that every person or every indigenous people in that region is so cheap, because Hausa, I will not say that the Fulani conquered Hausa, but they manipulated the Hausas into conquering themselves. 4 years only, 4 years. 1804 to 1808. Only they fell, Hausas fell, because they put confusion into them using religion. Do you know that in some African countries, like in Guinea, the Jalonkes, it took them decades, if not centuries, to have a foothold to subdue the people. But it is only in Hausa land that, it took them only 4 years. That is what gave Ottoman Danfodio the audacity, in order to believe that, look, he will dip the Quran in the Atlantic Ocean. Do you understand? But little did they know that they have another type of people that are living in that region. Therefore, I urge each and every one of you to stick to our lockdown, please, because we are moving on. Our leader must be released. We are never begging. We don't beg. We are not like Ohanes Ndibo. We are not like Pandev. We are not like all these people that have accepted defeat. Never. We don't beg. They must release our leader by fire and by force. It is not begging. So, the little inconvenience you could suffer is this: sitting at your house, cooking okazi soup, and making sure that you don't go around, you don't go move out on Monday. From that Monday, it will be every Monday. That is a little inconvenience. Stop making excuses. Oh, my child will go to NECO exam. Oh, this and that. What your personal interest is nothing compared to our communal interest, because we are dying every day. Our people are being slaughtered. Do you understand? We are treated as people that have no right to existence. And you are talking about your child, your daughter, your son going to exam, so that because of it we stop what you are doing for our national interest. Is impossible. Therefore, dear friends and lovers of freedom all over the world, this is where I'm going to stop. We thank each and every one of you listening, and those that have called, that have picked the call, please. Those that I could not pick, it is not voluntary, because I will only talk, or one person will only speak at a time. You understand? No matter how many lines I have, one person must speak at a time. Therefore, tomorrow is another day, and we continue, because our later continue. From me, from here, Mazi Jonathan, it is with joy or love from my heart. It is simply good evening.
Trust my card, IPOB, we are the freedom fighters. IPOB, white and then white. IPOB, white and then snow. Yezoku bawala soloku is pure. Okuso maybe la soloku buteluku. Them can they kill us because we are agitating for our freedom. Then just they kill us because we agitating for our freedom. IPOB, United is over, it's over. Omochikoki Kabiama, United is over. Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, United is over, it's over. Our leader, I must follow you to the end. A good leader, lead us with you the example. Kelly shooty for our life, it's over. Forcing and raping our women is over, it's over. Either Biafra or less this life is over. That's why we say either freedom or less this life is over, it's over. Land of the rising sun. Rise up against our enemies. Oluwa Bombo, Babado, we have been here too much. Ancient of the ancient, Elohim, we have been here so much. Because if you see that blood with that clip our land, it's irritated to my heart. Baba got to see that children blood with that kilo. Know they happy for the cheat. British government you, when they see, when they keep quiet. American government you, when they see, when they keep quiet. United Nations no, when they see them, when they keep quiet. Okoko governors for our land, when they keep quiet. Allah mind you, kill and our brothers, they keep it quiet back. Yeti Allah, masakala and we keep it quiet back. Follow me husband, for